I'd like to welcome everybody to tonight's Design Review Board meeting. We've got a long agenda. Might take a while to get through it, but we'll try to move you through as fast as we can. Just a couple points before we get started. If you haven't turned your cell phones off, we please ask you to do that. And keep in mind, these meetings are televised live. So when you approach the podium, let us know who you are, what business you represent. If you have plans, you can lay them out on the table right next to the podium. So we're going to get started tonight. We're going to have Cindy Ritz lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. And
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
all right, first on the agenda tonight is DRB 2014-30, the application of Verizon Wireless and its Advantage Engineers at 100 Madison Ford Road, which is for Radnor Corporate Center in Wayne for some antennas. Hello there.
Good evening.
Hi.
How are you this evening?
Good.
Hi, how are you?
My name is Christopher Schubert. I'm the attorney here tonight on behalf of the applicant, Cellco Partnership, doing business as Verizon Wireless. And this is a very straightforward, simple application with regard to a swap out and addition of antennas to a building rooftop at the Radnor Corporate Center. And I do have a, I don't know if that can be zoomed in on. But essentially, Radnor Corporate Center off of Madison Ford Road, the building that is the subject of the application is the building all the way over on the western side of the property, which is right here. And currently on the top of that building are a total of 12 panel-style antennas that Verizon has for its wireless telecommunications facility at that location. There are other wireless providers up on that building rooftop as well. I know at least T-Mobile is up at that location. There is a close-up aerial view of the building itself. And what is shown on this slide is the series of panel antennas. They're in 3 separate sectors, what are called the alpha sector over on the northern side of the building, the left-hand side of the building facing it, the gamma sector, which is on the western side or the front of the building, and the beta sector, which is on the eastern side or the back of the building. And each of these sectors currently has 4 antennas. What the proposal is essentially is to remove one of the antennas on each of the sectors, total of 3, and replace it with 2 additional antennas in each sector. So it'd be a total of 6 replacement antennas going back onto those arrays. There are close-ups. The alpha sector currently looks like that. 4 antennas. At the end of the day, there'll be 5.
Same height.
The one antenna is going to be higher. Currently, the highest antenna or the longest antenna is 69 inches. At the end of the day, one antenna will be 96 inches. That antenna is used for their advanced wireless services, LTE, state-of-the-art 4G technology. It just requires a bigger panel antenna at that location. This is the beta sector looking at the back of the building. This is the third or the gamma sector. Again, 4. At the end of the day, you'll see 5 antennas.
Which one's going to have the 96-inch antenna?
The largest one, which is coming off the 69-inch antenna. I just want to make sure that, yep, 69 inches. To be replaced with a 96-inch antenna.
No, I know which section. The beta, the gamma.
Each of those will have.
Each one will have a 96-inch.
That's correct.
In addition to the 69-inch.
That's correct.
And is there any other way they visually differ from what's there now?
No. No, and like I said, there are a number of other antenna arrays that are up on top of that building,
Yep.
whip antennas, satellite dishes. So there is quite a number of antennas that are up there.
Pretty busy up
already.
there.
It is busy up there.
Same color to match existing?
Yes.
Okay. I guess down at the Jake Nevin Fieldhouse, I know they screened a lot of those antennas. Is that something that could be done there or not?
Well, these antennas, that really wouldn't be practical to do that in light of the fact that there are the other antenna arrays. These are already set back, and maybe this picture shows it. These antenna arrays are set back a fair distance from the edge of the building. It's not like they're right up on the edge of the
Right.
building. They're set back probably easily 10 feet to the back of it, probably 15 feet, if not more.
So I think you just had a photograph up there that showed what it's like from the ground, what the sight lines from the ground showing those antennas. I'm just curious did you just have a photo of that up there?
Yes.
Thanks. Okay.
Now, you can see in this photograph, the Verizon antennas are here. Over here are the T-Mobile. The Verizon antennas are on this side. Over on this side are the T-Mobile antennas. It's probably difficult to see on the large screen. Right here is a large whip antenna. I'm not really sure. That might be emergency services or related to the business activities on the corporate campus with regard to this antenna.
How tall do you think that antenna is?
I would only be guessing.
Okay.
It's probably, most whip antennas are 15 feet, 20
Okay.
feet in height.
Brian, what do you think?
Part of ours? Okay.
Brian?
Yeah, I think it looks fine. It doesn't look like it's set back. It looks like it's right on the parapet. Some of them look like they're mounted right to the parapet.
You mean, yeah, you mean like in this photo?
Yes.
Yeah, I was wondering, is that the box that's around the utilities up there? Is that what this is?
That's correct.
Okay.
So on this exhibit, you can see the parapet wall that conceals some of the mechanical, the air conditioning HVAC systems for the building itself. Those antennas, not only Verizon but T-Mobile and apparently the Township antennas, are located on the wall of that parapet. And right here you can see that one satellite dish, and that's probably for telecommunications for the building itself, for the operations of the building.
So this screen is the mechanical screen in the middle of the roof. It's not the building parapet.
Correct.
Yeah, looks fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a go.
All right.
I mean, we're going to have these things forever, so.
Yes, and
Can't make them all look like trees.
everybody loves their cell phones, and this is just going to make the cell phones work a lot better in this area.
Is there anything else you're adding to the rooftop?
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
And,
Thank you.
Same mounting and everything like that?
Yeah, it would be the same mounting and just the equipment, the antennas that would function for this.
Okay. Any other questions for our board?
I have no other questions.
Questions? Brian?
No.
Cindy? Somebody
No.
want make a motion? Brian?
In the matter of DRB 2014-30, Verizon Wireless antenna replacement at 100 Matson Ford Road, I move that we approve as submitted.
Okay. Do we hear a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your
Thanks a lot.
time.
Appreciate it. All right. Next on the agenda is DRB 2014-31, the application of Certa Pro Painters at 808 Glenbrook Avenue in Bryn Mawr for a wall sign. Hello there.
How are you?
Good.
There it is.
That's it, huh?
Okay.
All right.
So is that color a little different than what we have on our, what color is the background?
Yellow,
Okay, it just looked, it looks greener there to me. Got it.
bright yellow.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, so is this a new location for you?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so you're coming in for signage. I went by the other day, you have a tent sign out front? Like a sandwich board sign?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
All right, I guess, Ray, I know you can't have them out there, but can they put it up until the new sign comes or not?
Technically, no. They can apply for a banner, for temporary banner for 30 days max,
Okay,
if they would want to do that until the sign comes up.
okay. But they are against code. All right? They are against code.
Excuse me?
You can't have it.
You can't have
You're
them.
not allowed to have
Those
You're not allowed
sandwich
to have
boards,
them.
they're not allowed in Radnor.
No, okay. So the only thing is a,
A temporary banner, a 30-day temporary banner, which will have to get clearance from the code officials at Radnor.
and then what after the 30 days?
Hopefully your new sign will be up.
Okay.
All
I'd
right?
just get this up in a hurry if I were you.
Yeah.
Talk to the guy
Fantastic.
here.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's
All
quick.
right.
okay. So why don't you tell us a little bit about the sign? Why don't you use the handheld here? So you don't have to share a mic.
I'm Andrea, by the way, with the company, and this is Dave. We didn't introduce ourselves.
Yeah.
Dave,
hi.
we know.
Okay, so it's a single-sided wood sign. It's going to be attached right to the front of the building, right above the air conditioning unit that's there. It is 8 feet by almost 3 feet, and it's not eternally illuminated. It's just
So your illumination will just come from whether there's,
ambient.
exactly, okay. All right, how are you going to mount that? Naturally, we don't want to see any,
Screws into the wood, but I'll paint over them.
right, they need to be concealed? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. All right. And your letter size on those?
7 inches for the C. The large capital letters are about 7 inches,
Okay.
which is the largest letters there.
And height from grade?
It's
Yeah.
about 15 feet.
Okay, yeah, no more than 15, okay. That's your max. So no lighting. What else, guys?
It's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks fine.
Yeah.
I don't know if your street number's on the door, but you need to put your address number, maybe on the door, the glass, or somewhere, in case of an emergency.
Okay.
So I would ask you to do that.
It's on the mailbox right now, but we can get it on the
Okay,
the door.
just somewhere where it's prominent,
Okay.
if there's a problem.
I
What do you think? Like to sign?
I like it.
Yeah.
It's simple, it's bold, it stands out.
It's their logo.
It's their logo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They spend a lot of money for those logos.
I don't always like them, so this, not that I have a choice, but it looks good.
Thank you. Brian, other comments?
No, it looks like it's centered on the building. That's the intention. It'll be, nice and centered over the door and in between the windows above. And looks fine.
Okay, so just make sure it's no higher than 15 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cindy, you want to take
Yeah,
this?
sure. In the matter of DRB 2014-31, Certapro Painters at 808 Glenbrook Avenue, I move that we accept the proposal as presented,
And let's mention the sandwich board.
and we would like you to remove that sandwich board, which is not permitted in Radnor Township.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Any other questions for us? You're okay?
No.
Okay, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. Okay. All right, next is DRB 2014-32, the application of J.T.A. Associates, Jeffrey Martin, at 503 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, for a wall sign and an awning.
How are you this evening?
Good, Jeff.
Good, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm Jeff Martin from JTA Associates, but I'm representing Jay McLaughlin. They are expanding into the adjacent tenant space in the Eagle Village shops, and they would like to remove their existing electric blue valance and install this yellow valance with their name on it. The end wall sign will be replaced in kind, again changing from electric blue to yellow. And I have with me a couple swatches. That this kind of gold color is the wall sign on the end. This is the valance, and this would be the lettering in the valance.
On the wall sign, is there a border around it, or is that just for illustration purposes?
The black line is for illustration
Okay.
purposes, but
And
the
white border.
white line is a border.
Okay,
And Jeff, that's pretty much the same size as
It
what's
is.
there currently?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. That's kind of a small,
oh, yeah.
Sign
No, I
is-
like that sign.
yeah.
That, we already
Yeah.
passed that, you're just basically changing.
We're just
colors.
changing it,
Yeah.
yes.
okay. And you just heard from last applicant, be careful with the fasteners. They
Oh,
need
right.
blind fasteners and everything. You knew the drill.
We do.
Okay. Let's talk about the valance, not an awning, a valance.
It is a valance.
Okay.
Okay. Are both doors operable? Are they going to be?
Yes, both doors will be operable. The one on the left that goes into their existing space is going to
Yes.
become the handicapped accessible entrance.
Okay.
And they're in the process of building a ramp
Okay.
to that right now.
And so the valance will just extend straight across. It won't reflect the offset of the building?
That's correct. The eave line aligns, and the space on the left has a very deep overhang.
I see, yeah.
We've
So,
run into this recently with this valance idea.
The Valance is good.
Yeah, Luella
Yeah,
did it.
yeah.
And if you remember, the dry cleaner in Garrett Hill.
Right.
Also did it. So, yeah, it seems to work pretty well.
I like the Valance, I like the sign, I like the colors.
Yeah.
I just mean, you can put J. McLaughlin on there
Sure.
twice, right?
Mhm.
Great, then I
No
like
problem.
it. I like
mean-
everything.
I mean, the letters are a little above the 8-inch that we allow for an
Right.
awning, but again, we're calling this more of a valance than an
Yeah.
awning. So, and it's-
Let's see, they're not a lot, what are they? Oh, well, the J is,
The J is 14 inches.
oh, okay.
and then,
And then, I got it.
yeah,
Okay, so that would make this, I still think it would look good.
yeah, I do too.
Okay, I like it.
So you got a little tassel action going on there too?
We do. In fact, I have a little cut sheet for the tassels, and those will be painted the same color as the lettering.
Oh, that's nice.
That's a new wrinkle.
Yeah.
We ever had that come
Wait,
in?
it's not a wrinkle, it's not a problem, right? It's just-
I-
It's very attractive.
Thanks. We thought it dressed it up a little bit.
Yeah.
We can go with the tassels, can't we, Ray?
We'll put that in the
Yeah.
motion that Ray
Okay,
approved the
we
tassels.
now- yes.
Yeah. Reluctantly, but he approved. Yeah.
We only have to worry if we start seeing Ray wearing tassels.
Right, then we're in trouble. Yeah. Jeff, just real quick, going back to the wall sign, there's no lighting on that, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right. And I think you know, or the McLaughlin knows, there's the 20% rule allowed in the windows. So if you're going to put window signage, you're only allowed up to 20%?
Yes. Yeah,
Okay.
we've been very clear with them on that. In fact, they wanted to put film on one of the doors, and we told them no.
Okay. I imagine that's probably allowed. A film is just,
No, the property manager was very clear. She
Okay.
does not want film, and she's pretty strict about what goes in windows.
They have their own design standards within the village, too.
They
so,
do,
Yeah.
yes. In fact, this is about the fourth thing that McLaughlin submitted for approval at the village. And the first three were shot down.
okay.
Well, that's why the village looks good, I guess.
Yeah. Any other changes to the facade of the building? Or is it just general cleanup?
Just general cleanup, the ramp is the
ramp's the
big
thing. Okay.
exterior.
All right.
That's a nice addition.
Okay. You guys all right with that?
Does that mean you'll have to take out the plant material in front of that door?
Yes.
Okay. Brian, any questions for Jeff? Or
No, it looks great.
that's good?
Great.
Cindy, you all right with it?
I'm right, it looks great.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Brian, you want to take this one?
Matter of DRB 2014-32, JTA Associates, awning and signage replacement. I move we approve as submitted.
Second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thanks very
Okay,
much.
thanks, Jeff.
Bob, can I make a comment on that?
Sure.
Please make sure those numbers are visible.
Yes.
And do not cover the horn strobe. I know these valances / awnings sometimes hang over our horn strobes and then also hide the numbers. They put the numbers high on the door, you
Gotcha.
can't see them.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Ray. All right, moving right along here. Next is DRB 2014-33, the application of Estia Taverna at 222 North Rochester Road in St. David's for 2 wall signs and 3 awnings. Hello there.
How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
I'm Marty with Foreman Signs.
Pete Pachalas, one of the owners.
Great, good to have you here. Yes.
Thank you.
There's a microphone for you, sir, or handheld, I'm sure. Want to use that?
Well, that's what we're looking for there. It's two elevations of signs and some awnings under in that canopy.
All right, you want to just walk us through some measurements?
Okay.
And exactly what you plan on doing?
The signs, the Estia, well, just to kind of tell you what's out there, what's going to be. The Estia letters are individual channel letters. They will light white at night. It has a black perforated vinyl. So at night it's white, and during the day they're black. Of course, that's the only way you can get a black logo. So it's
Okay.
the word Taverna, they're just aluminum plate letters that are mounted in there. And inside that, I don't know if you've been over there, the whole track lights up in there. So, but, those letters will be lit from the landlord's, the ambient light that comes from the top and the bottom there.
Now, they're the same size as Jimmy John's and the other guys, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
Okay, that's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I think when that project came in, we approved everything.
approved everything, yeah.
Of equal size, if I'm not mistaken. So
I
this
think
is,
except for the Estia logo, which extends out beyond,
right.
but that we agreed to. I mean, I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little on the big side, but of course
Yeah.
that sits back.
That E is 34 and a half inches.
Yeah, it sits back off the road quite a ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, it's 34, but
I can't believe it's 34 if this is 14.
it just seems out of proportion. It seems awful large.
Yeah.
How big is Traverna? Do you know how big those letters are?
Yeah, they're
14.
14 and a quarter.
See, I think those are bigger than what the other letter, are they the same size? Are they?
I'm not sure what else is out there. I know that there's a couple different stores. They're all, most of them are in somewhere in between.
Yeah, they had to
that.
fit
Right,
inside that
exactly.
band,
Right.
so.
Right.
How large is that band?
16 and a half inches. To inside, and then when you add the capping,
Yeah.
there's another like 4 inches on top and bottom.
Well, I don't know. I mean, Brian, does it look like it's drawn to scale? I mean, if
This is the
it's
scale.
twice the size, if Traverna, right? Wouldn't it look a lot larger than it appears?
I wish I could find my Jimmy John's.
It sure seems like it, yeah.
And if Traverna's, you said 14-inch, right?
Right, 14 and a half.
Yeah. I mean, it just looks like it extends a little bit over, right?
Yeah, it looks like twice the size of 14 would be about the same size as the E in Estia.
Yeah. So you think that's
Right.
pretty much a scale?
This is definitely the scale,
Okay,
100%.
okay. So a little bit's going to hang over the top?
Right.
Okay,
Mhm.
and maybe a little bit below that also?
Right.
Okay, all right. I mean, it looks good.
It looks
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
The way I feel about this is Tony brought this to us and said this banner is for the lettering for each sign.
Yes.
So we agreed that we would stick with that.
Mm-hmm.
And Estia, this is like a logo, so that is allowed to be, we have more flexibility on that. Ray, what do you think? Okay, I just didn't know if I was getting a look.
Okay. All right. So 34 you're okay with, 34-inch?
Yeah. How are you attaching that?
There's the mounting inside that track.
So that's,
It's a-
that E is going to sit, those letters are going to sit outside the track?
Right,
And then that'll be kind of interesting because they'll create a shadow back in there.
right. It adds a little bit more dimension up there.
Okay.
Okay, so I think it looks good. If it competes with other establishments in that shopping center, that's really, I think, an issue with the landlord because they established with us what they wanted to
Exactly.
see.
Right. A lot of the other tenants too don't have a long storefront, so their height drives their length.
Yes.
So even if they were going to go
Yep.
too long, they couldn't put much bigger anyway because they're all small stores.
Right, right. And there's
Yeah.
103
And this is a
feet.
big, it's a big
Yeah.
establishment. I'm in favor of doing this.
Yeah, exactly. And they're well within, they're not up
Yep.
to 60
Yes.
square feet on each side, so, and planned business where they're at, so, and,
I'm a go.
okay. All right, Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it looks good. I like this, I like the building, and, the fact that the signage was thought out in the building makes it hard to do something that isn't going
Yeah.
to look good, and this fits with, I think, what they intended.
It looks good.
Okay.
Um,
Now, we're going to talk about the awnings, too.
Okay.
Yeah. Want to walk us through and tell us
Sure.
what you got planned with the awnings?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
The awnings, it's pretty,
Oh, okay.
I guess it's pretty self-explanatory. They wanted to put some awnings, I guess, just to make it more cozy and homey underneath that, the canopy that's there. There are 3 awnings. They'll come out, they're basically going to cover that whole overhang. So they can put, the tables out there and you're covered.
And keep the sun from coming in the window in the
Oh,
daytime.
yeah, it's good. It's appropriate and it looks good and it's
Right.
nice because there's outdoor dining there. So I think it's a good use.
I'm pretty sure we approved your outside dining last
We
month.
did.
Okay. So you plan on putting the dining in the front or on the side, or both?
We have dining in the front, but we're not going to put any awnings in the front. The ones will be only in the side. And it's already approved, the color by Brandon Wine.
Right,
Yeah.
okay. All right, good.
I think it looks great.
Okay. And no lettering on the awnings? No advertising?
I think it was approved 8-inch lettering on the awning.
Oh,
That's what-
from last month?
Yes.
But this application? No-
Yes.
No, okay, no lettering. Okay. All right, any other questions for us? You guys okay with everything?
Yes.
You all right? Any other questions from the board? You all right?
No, but just a
Excuse me?
question.
Okay.
Yeah, what's yours?
I just have one comment. With the awnings there, any outdoor dining still must meet fire code. Understand then that sprinkler heads and everything. And I would suggest that you check with the awnings for flame retard on that.
Right, they're all fire they're all flame retardant
All right.
material we use.
And then we'll have sprinklers above and below them, understand? Okay?
We have sprinklers, I think it'll be above the awning. The sprinklers already there.
If the sprinklers are above the awning, it doesn't protect the people sitting below. So if that catches fire and falls on the people, we're still issues. So above and below, and when you come in, or before you install them, we'll make sure as the fire code that meets that regulation.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Okay, great.
I just had a question. We did approve 8-inch letters on the drop for the awnings, but you're not doing that, right?
And the awning, yes, we're gonna do the 8-inch.
We're not going to do it, right?
No, you want to do that?
Can we
What
put,
about-
I don't think it's necessary.
I don't think it's necessary either. I think it would just look busy.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it looks nice and clean, the design, the way it is now.
Okay. All right, Cindy had another question for you.
Oh, no, I wanted you to tell us about your business. We always ask people what,
Well, it's a fresh fish, it's Mediterranean cuisine,
Mm-hmm.
and we have a couple of other places, and we happen to be here. We're doing very well.
Are you open yet, or
Yes,
here?
we
Oh, it's open in
yeah.
Radnor?
Yes.
No one tells me anything. All
Well,
right.
we invite everybody.
Check it out, it's
Some
good.
people show
Oh,
up.
yeah, we'll be there.
Okay,
Thank
great.
you.
All right, any other questions? You guys all right?
No, I think it looks good.
Okay, I'm trying to think, who took the last one, Cindy? Brian, you want to take this one?
Yeah, this was, in the matter of DRB 2014-33, Estia Tavern, I move that we approve as submitted with the note that sprinklers should be located above and below the fire-treated awning.
Okay. Yeah, Rail take care of the fire issues and the internal issues with the township from the code enforcement board, so. Okay, do we hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck, sir.
What about the filters?
I think that's it. Are we, Petro's next?
Yes. Okay, next is
That's us too.
Okay, next is DRB 2014-34, the application of Pietro's at 236 North Radnor Chester Road in St. David's for wall sign and 3 awning signs. All right,
Okay, on this one, this is channel letters, same thing, but on a raceway, which is like that from the back. And the reason for the raceway is that, all that dry stacked stone, it's impossible to put
Right.
individual letters up on there. So put it on the raceway. Same thing, these letters are, light white at night, black during the day. And, of course, the tomatoes is red.
pretty good size letters.
32-inch letters. That's pretty big for us, 32 inches on the lettering.
Which, yeah.
Isn't that 32, 1 foot 10 inches? 12 inches plus 10? 22, excuse me.
22,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, phew. Sorry about my math. I was starting to panic, thinking, what, this is huge. Well, then in that case,
Just out of curiosity,
More than
why didn't you do something like Estia is going to have? What made you change it up?
Well, the problem is their restaurant, you're entering from the other side, too. So that wall, and if you see at the top here, on this elevation, that's not their doors. So where their stool is only a little bit of area up on the front.
Okay, so that was the most logical place.
Right,
pretty
right.
much. Okay. I was just kind of curious.
Is this on the side of the building, or this is going to be on the front of the
This is
building?
the front,
It's the
right.
front.
But you
Facing
enter,
right-
the
you enter
entrance is
around
on the side.
yeah.
And that's going to, and that'll be that. That's basically,
Yeah. So what are those doors for that I see? What will they,
they're locked all the time.
Well, we have a lot of doors for,
yeah, are they like getting, they're not used by the.
no, just,
Okay. All right, what do you think, Brian,
Big.
for the signage?
What do you think? If those are 12 inches?
Well,
I know, it's a big building,
Yeah.
it's a bold building,
Yeah.
it sits way back, it's not in the business district.
it's going to jump,
It's going to jump out.
yeah.
At least it's like an anchor on the other end for Estia on the
Right,
far
right.
side.
I mean, if it's that closer to the road, I'd have a big problem with it, but I think as far back as it is.
Yes, and where it's located in the township also.
Exactly, right. So what's your take on that, Brian, the 22-inch?
Well, it's much better than the 32.
It seems awfully big, and it is a lot bigger than everything else on the building. I'm trying to remember how much of the building has this wide expanse of the cultured stone, not the cultured, the stone facade. I mean, maybe that lends to it.
probably around 15, 16 feet, something like that, I
Yeah.
guess.
Right. And the problem is that you are far from the road, and the monument sign that's out there,
Can't see it.
Yeah.
It is pretty small.
So I mean, basically anybody that's driving by, that you don't see hardly at all. It's a bunch of small tenants, they're, 6-inch high letters.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
and this is, it's a big space, and it's the whole other half of this building.
I wouldn't be surprised if some of the other tenants start coming in.
I was checking with you, said, I thought
Yeah.
if they're going to come in and go, you know what? I had these little 10-inch, not even 10-inch,
Right.
some of these letters. I actually already had a tenant complain to me about their letter size.
Mm-hmm.
But she said that the landlord told her what she could have.
Exactly.
So-
The landlord, this was approved, and the landlord's picky out there. He wanted those guys.
He
Small.
wants it in the channel.
Right.
Right,
And
so they're-
small.
So they're
But
14-inch then, in
I
the
don't know,
channel.
I don't even know if they're, maybe they are.
That's what you mentioned, right? 14?
Yes, yeah, there's,
Okay.
right somewhere
Right.
around that.
Well, I think we just have to look at this a little bit independently, even though it is a part of an entire
Mm-hmm.
shopping.
I mean, your space is almost a double store compared to most of the guys, right?
Oh, yeah, width, and then they go all the way back to the end. I
Exactly,
mean,
but even the
that's-
frontage is probably almost a two-store.
Right.
Okay. All right. You all right, Brian?
Yes.
All right, okay. All right, you also are bringing in some awnings as well?
Right.
Is no seating under the awnings, by the way.
Pardon me?
No seating?
Is no seating under the awnings. The
Is
awnings
there
is,
outdoor seating in this area?
yes, but it's farther down than the awnings. The awnings is just for looks on the side there.
Do you know, you have a wall built around this, around the outdoor seating, or no? Is
No,
there?
there's some flower
Flower.
bushes there.
Okay.
Right. Okay. We have, all right, again, no advertising on the front of that awning, just a plain awning?
No, no.
Right.
Okay. And the material of the awning's umbrella?
Umbrella.
Okay.
Yep, fire assist, fireproof, everything.
Mm-hmm. The previous Estia, was that umbrella also?
Yes.
Okay, good.
And even over the door, you're not going to have anything on the awning over the door?
Over what,
There's this peaked area where I think it is the entrance to the restaurant, right there.
There's
Yeah.
a part of the awning that will come out.
Oh, comes out? Okay,
Yeah.
so it makes it evident that this is the entrance.
Oh, yeah,
to
that's
the
right, that's
Okay.
why, yeah.
Okay. But no advertising on that
Nope.
either? Okay.
No.
I mean, that's something you could always come back for
Right.
later.
And that's why they did that, to have it come out, so you have to know that when you look at that, when you come in, everyone doesn't try the door in the front, because that's not,
That's what I'm thinking,
that's
too
not the
bad you have those
front.
doors there.
Right.
It's a different style awning than the Estia one was nice. It was kind of low sloped and the open sided. And this is it's kind of a very conventional, and I don't think, I'm worried you're not going to like how this kind of fabric gable end looks. I don't know if you're going to like that.
We want to give it like a reverse curve in that side. And then this way, doing just hang straight down like this would be like a reverse curve.
Oh, it's going to kind of swoop.
Right.
Really?
Right, so actually, right, I guess it's not really drawn,
Yeah, it's,
I guess truthfully, you're right.
Yes.
This is a shed-style awning. What they want to do is a reverse, basically, you would call it a reverse waterfall.
Can you just
That sort of winds up
outline it on
being
there?
scalloped. doesn't it?
Right, exactly,
Yeah.
which is much fancier looking than this. So it would look like, I guess,
Just go over that line, show us like how it's going to swoop down.
like this.
Oh, it has an S in it like that?
So it'll come down.
Okay, yes.
As opposed to a waterfall like this, it'll go the other way.
Yep.
How does that work at the valley where it comes back out at the entrance and this, you know? and-
With the front where you walk through?
Yeah, how does that all come together? That gets complicated.
Yeah, it's complicated, but it will all be together. In other words, the two sides are built, and then the other one goes right in between it.
It's
So it's
gotta
all,
get
And it's going to
poked
have
in
the little
there.
curves in it also?
yep.
All right.
Wow.
We'll have to come watch the installation.
Okay. Ray, do you want them to submit a new plan for that awning, just for their files?
Yes.
Okay, we'll ask you to submit a plan.
No
Okay.
problem.
All right, corrected plan. All right. And you heard from previous applicants, no sandwich boards are allowed?
Right.
So I don't know if any have
No,
popped
this
up in that
place isn't
center
going to be
yet.
sandwich boards.
Okay, all right. And window signage, you're allowed up to 15% actually in planned business. so
We're not
just-
doing that any-
Just in
either.
case, okay.
Right.
All right. Okay, any other questions for the applicants?
No?
No, Cindy?
No, I think it's fine.
All right, any other questions for us?
No, sir.
Okay, so you're going to submit new plans to Ray just for the awning?
You got it.
Okay, great. Cindy, you want to take this one?
Sure. In the matter of DRB 2014-34 Pietro's at 236 North Radnor Chester Road, I move that we approve the signage as presented, and I move that we approve the awning as described, and you will submit the new drawings to the township for their records. And we agree that there will be no signage on the awnings.
Great.
Got it?
Got it.
Good.
You heard a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next is DRB 2014-35, the application of Robert McIntyre Insurance Incorporated at 420 East Lancaster Avenue in St. David's for a freestanding sign. Hi.
I don't have all my paperwork here. Somebody that, I
Okay.
had some pictures and so forth that was,
Oh, do you want to use mine? Was this?
Yeah, it might be nice just to
helpful?
lay them out on the table,
There you
too.
go. I have a lot.
yeah, because
Well, here you go. I looked at them, so,
with the sketches and all that, I have some stuff.
well, then they can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And with that, I don't have,
You don't have this?
yes.
Oh, I do have that. I'm so sorry. Here. I thought I had, okay. Okay, I'm looking at yours too.
Okay.
I'm fine.
So you're Mr. McIntyre?
No, I'm Paul O'Connell. I'm the owner of the agency.
Great.
Robert McIntyre Insurance has been around since 1970. We moved to Radnor Township back in 1990. So we have a wood sign that's there now, and want to change the sign to an electric sign showing our new logo. And the sign that we have there is, I don't think it's quite as old as the time since we've been there, because there was a tree that fell on it back in the early 90s. So what I wanted to do is replace a sign at the same location. It's going to be about approximate square footage or square inch, if you will, the same location. And it's going to look like that.
Right.
So about the same height, same width, same distance off the road.
So you're allowed up to 30 square feet, so you're 19.5, so you're okay. And
Right.
You're allowed, you have to go 10 feet off the cartway, and you're 128 inches, so you're 8 inches okay,
Yep.
by 8 inches.
And we have some room to play with. There's a little planting, a slight elevated garden section that we have there, so it's going to be approximately the same size.
I think it looks good.
It does. It looks nice.
Yeah.
Very contemporary.
So the material you're going to use to manufacture that?
It's going to be a vinyl side on the, vinyl and brushed aluminum, and it's going to be I forget how they put it. I had a picture of another sign, an actual sign that was manufactured with the same
know what?
material.
Want to read it off here?
Sure. Oh, is that on the back?
It's on the back, it's on the next page.
Yeah, structural aluminum cabinet, high-efficiency internal LED illumination, aluminum faces. It's a push-through acrylic logo with, the colored letters that we have there, which is blue and black. So, and it's going to be backlit at night, so it's going to be white during the day, and then those letters will be,
White at night.
yes,
Yeah.
at nighttime.
In the background, it'll be black?
Yes.
Okay.
At night, it's going to be very, kind of low-key there, because you're only seeing the letters come back. The whole sign's not going to be lit.
Exactly.
Just the letters will be.
Right, that's exactly what we want, yeah.
It looks like the letters are about 12 inches, maybe
Mhm.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think they're going to like the address.
Oh, they're not going to light it?
I don't think
No,
so.
it doesn't say the address is lit.
Any reason for not lighting the address at nighttime?
No, I don't know if that is or it isn't, to be honest with you. I mean, I want it lit at night, but it doesn't really say whether it is or it isn't, but
You do want it lit at night?
the intention is yes.
Okay. So that's all
I
somewhere.
thought something here, non-illuminated, black, 3M vinyl
Address. Yeah.
So.
Right.
down the bottom it
That
said-
could be changed.
Yeah.
I'm hoping.
Let's
Oh, yeah,
see if we
sure.
can do that, yeah. Okay. All right. Your flower bed looks good, so I think that'll be a nice addition.
I think it'd be very nice, yeah,
I
look
think it's
great.
gonna
It'll draw
good.
attention to your business.
Brian, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a nice looking sign. I like the logo.
Good.
Okay. You have any other questions for us, or? you're
No.
okay? Any questions for the applicant? You're okay? Brian, want to handle this one?
I guess I should note the illuminated
Yeah, let's do that, yeah.
The matter of DRB 2014-35, Robert McIntyre Insurance, 420 East Lancaster Ave. I move that we approve the submission is submitted with the addition of illuminated address letters added to the sign.
Okay.
Okay. Do we hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Aye. Thank you very
Great,
much.
thank you much.
Okay, you bet.
Would you like this copy back, or do you have?
No, I don't need it, thank you.
Great, thank you.
All right, next is DRB 2014-36, the application of Fort Orthodontist. Oh, I'm sorry, Foot, sorry about that. At 110 Gallagher Road, Suite 5 in Wayne for a wall sign.
Good evening again.
Hello again. Did I say
So
Fort?
this is it's just a flat aluminum sign with vinyl graphics installed and no more than 15
Oops,
feet
let me just
high.
use the mic.
Sorry, there's a lot of feedback in the back. It's impossible to hear.
Oh,
Maybe if
seriously?
you hold it away, because it's.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm hearing it
I'd rather
too.
speak up than
But
speak
at
into
home,
the
they
ear.
can't hear it. I mean, I know you can't believe it, but there are 3 people watching at home. And they want to
Okay.
know where Dr. Foot's putting her office.
There's just a lot of feedback back there.
Do you think if we held the mic a little further away, maybe people in the back
They
could
sound
comment?
better
If you-
when it's farther
I think
away.
people are
I'll hold it back here and I'll just speak loudly.
how's that working out for everybody?
Fine.
Okay, because, yeah, the last guy,
We're
I
going to get
couldn't
call-ins from our
understand.
television audience.
I couldn't understand anything that the last 2 people were saying.
I know, they were right here.
Yeah. So this is an aluminum sign. It's 2x6 vinyl graphics. And we'll put it no more than 15 feet. Can I ask a question about letter sizes? I was always under the assumption that Radnor Township doesn't allow more than 12-inch letter heights.
That's with my assumption too.
No.
So when I
That's
was-
not true.
Okay.
Who keeps
They're
perpetuating
22.
that?
Well, we have different rules for different parts of the township.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if a business is sitting real close to the road, like North Wayne Avenue,
Yeah.
you know, we kind of maybe limit it to about 12 inches, but, you know, a case like the last, or 2 applications back.
Yeah.
Where they sit far off the road, we'll give them a little bit more room.
Like, in this case, I was going to suggest you go with a larger letter. I was
gonna
waiting
say,
for you. I
is that
thought
a-
when they get here, I'm going to say, what about a larger letter
Okay.
size?
Is
You
it
can't
what-
see it.
Well,
Yeah.
and it's small in the building.
Yeah. And I think, what's
So
the,
what's
what's the square
reasonable?
footage that's permitted here? I don't know what your
22?
frontage, because is your
Well, this is-
entrance around the side where you're, I'm not
It's to
looking,
the- If you're looking at the photo, it's to the right.
You mean that's your entrance over there, where that little pentive is? Well,
So
They
the
probably have about 40 feet.
yeah, so your sign over there just hanging on the end of the building is because,
because the trail is there, and because as you're coming up Gallagher, you can see it, but if you're coming down or even past, it's so far set back from the street that you'd have to like be driving and physically turn your head and then want to look that way. So it didn't make sense to put it on the front, and there's also a lot of
Yeah.
trees that
Yep.
he has along the side covering it. So by the door, eventually there'll be a little sign in the same way that Cleary Center does, but it's like, this big. So when Cass and I were talking, we figured that this was a better signage for viewing from the trail and then coming up Gallagher, because you can see the building that way. But
Right.
if you're coming down from Lancaster, or even if you're going straight,
Just-
you wouldn't look,
So-
you wouldn't look to the left.
It still is pretty small, and
yeah, no, it's too small.
I've worked with they have like a marketing person, and I kept pushing her to go bigger, but this is what they wanted to do.
So what would be the limit? Like 20, 22?
oh, it's letter size? Okay,
Yeah.
that might be a little large, but if you look
Oh,
at
yeah.
this, those are 12 inches. Doesn't it say here?
These are like
These are
like 4
3.5
Yeah,
inches.
they're small.
3.5 inches
They're
is this
small.
big, so
Yeah.
your letters are this
Oh.
big on this sign.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to go to 12 inches, that's what those letters are.
Do you know what the linear feet is on that side of that
2,
building?
4, 6.
It's probably like 25.
Brian?
I don't know if it's 25, because I'm thinking each window is probably 2 feet wide. Don't you think?
No,
I'd say each room is about 8, so 8, yeah, I'd say 25.
Because you're allowed 15 feet for your, 2 square feet for your first 15 feet of building frontage. So right out of the chute, you're allowed well over 30 square feet of signage.
this is
I don't think you
12.
I don't think you need something 30 square feet, but there's an opportunity to go a little bit larger.
we
but-
can double it, yeah.
Yeah, but keep in mind too, it is a residential area. I mean, this is
Oh,
kind of unique,
sure.
where just this little portion is kind of commercial.
It's right at the edge of commercial, because you have across the street, sort of across the street, you have a salon there where their parking is. Isn't that kind of right across from you?
And
You're
then-
the-
Yeah, that's
and then-
Adolph.
And then it starts
Beaker.
residential.
Yeah, but on her side of the street, it's not residential.
Well, you're probably the last,
She's the last, but there's no,
Last commercial.
there's nothing,
Yeah.
is there anything residential until you
that
get to
street.
South Devon?
No.
on the opposite side of the
On the
street.
opposite side, yeah.
right.
But, so I don't think of this, it's kind of an interesting
It is, yeah.
neighborhood. So
So then is double reasonable? Because that would just be like the length of two of these?
No, we would probably stack it and make the letters taller, just like make the whole thing. Yeah,
Okay.
you'd make it longer.
I would make it longer and I'd make it taller.
Yeah, I don't even know if you make, you don't need to have that much white space around it from
Yeah,
a design
I
standpoint.
agree.
But I would like to see it longer, so it's a little more prominent on the building and not lining up with the very edge of the building. I don't know if that's the
That
intent
was
or not.
never, well, that wasn't my intent.
Okay, so I would bring it in a little bit and then,
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, how soon do you need that sign? Can you wait an extra month? Can we put you on the agenda?
September 4th.
All right.
So, I mean, ideally.
I'd rather do it right and have you come back next month with a new plan and think about it and,
Well,
kind of lay it
I
out
mean,
on the
I'm-
building and see what you think.
I agree with you. I think we should just double it and lengthen it and then be done with it. I don't know that I need a new.
I mean, you could always,
It's not
you
going
know,
to design change.
You could always get a temporary 30-day banner.
It's not worth it.
that didn't look that good.
I hate to say it.
I
If
would
we
just-
just follow your
Just yeah,
suggestion.
This is
just
her
say,
logo.
Can we just
Right.
follow
This
the
is Dr. Foot's
suggestion
logo,
and
so
just-
this isn't going to change.
Okay.
And if all that's going
It's
on this
just
building is your logo,
widening.
and what about, I hate to say it, but a street address somewhere, so that, we do that for emergency vehicles, so they know, if
Yeah.
it's at something Gallagher Avenue. Isn't that why we do it?
Yeah, definitely.
Can you do it underneath?
Sure.
You have all this white space, you can do it in a lot of places.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want it to interfere with your logo, which is really nice and clean. It's going to look huge if you double it, but I think we should give them up to an allowance, so she doesn't have to come back. But since it's going to be the same design, nothing's changing but that. I don't know if
Yeah,
I would make it
You
much.
just give me an allowance and you guys can stay within that.
What do you think,
It
Brian?
looks like it's about a 5-inch letter, maybe
Not even.
closer to 4.
It says
yeah.
3.5 here. I know.
Yeah.
You think it
Yeah.
looks,
It's not 5 inches.
if that's 2 feet.
So doubling the sign would, I mean, just doubling what we're looking at here
Will
would
give you a
be.
10-inch letter.
Or
And since your
seven.
letters are all uppercase and more on the bold side, that's
Seven.
really going to stand out well. But if that's 12 inches.
10
Want to
to
just say a
12 seems
7-inch
reasonable.
max lettering?
But that's 12. They're
7
saying
inch?
that's 12.
Well, yeah, because this is huge. I think, for that building. To
Yeah.
go to, that's 12 inches.
No, yeah,
So-
I'm thinking 10 maybe.
Yeah, that's what Brian just said, 10
Okay.
inches. Not to exceed 10 inches. Is that what you
10's
were
going to be a
saying?
big sign. 10's going to be.
What were you saying,
sign.
8 inches? Yeah, 10 is going to be pretty big,
Yeah, it's gonna
right?
It's going to be half the width of the building. I mean, because, how
Right.
many letters do you have? And
Yeah. You're right about that.
if you double the sign, you've got a
Back to the
12-foot
net.
sign.
So then it would be.
Yeah, we'll just
maybe-
double
Yeah.
the length.
So it's 12 feet.
So it's 12 feet long.
And the building's probably, that end is probably 25
But
feet
in
wide or
essence,
something.
I don't know that, like, you can cut it in where that white space is right there.
Yeah, it's not going to be,
So it won't actually be the full 12.
you probably do it in 10, because you probably have 6 inches here.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. You just cut it down and shrink the white space.
Yeah, the white face is a little heavy.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would cut it in, cut the whole thing in really, and then you could just trim it out here. Do you know what I mean? So in total, it really wouldn't be 12
Or we could just
feet.
do letters.
It probably, no, because there's no contrast to the brown
Yeah.
of the back. Yeah, so instead of 12, it would probably be 10 feet with 10-inch lettering.
So this is going to be a non-illuminated sign then?
Yes.
Okay.
10's big. Are you okay with 8?
Yeah, I don't.
Right now, you have 3.5. So that's,
It's big. 8 is big.
Okay.
8 would be a big sign.
No, you guys are the board. I trust your opinions.
okay, so that's 8. That's 8.5.
That's
right?
it now.
Right.
So I think it's a,
Pretty big.
And again,
Dave?
this building's close to the road. and-
Not really, but I mean,
True.
it's,
But
there's
you
so
don't-
many, orthodontics is a long name.
I know, there's a lot.
Yeah,
going-
there's a lot of letters. It's not like,
Yeah, so that's why we were thinking
Yeah.
8 would be a good sign for that orthodontics.
size. Okay.
Let's look at the sign itself. You're going to do an aluminum sign, correct?
yeah,
Just basically mounted to the wall?
yeah.
Okay. I got to tell you, we've had a couple of these come in recently, Wayne Beverage being one of them last month, for an aluminum sign. It just is, it's just like
I know, they
plugging
don't-
something on the wall. It has no,
They don't,
Some people don't want to pay for something nicer.
I know,
So,
and
it's
we're
like-
not saying that you're that person,
Yeah.
but it's expensive to do signage.
Yeah.
You know?
right. I mean, wish there was a way to build it off the wall just a little bit, or.
I know.
Yeah, I
if
can
you
make it
create-
into a pan.
If you could
I was
create a
gonna
little
say,
shadow,
yeah.
what if you put a border on it? Would
Yeah,
that?
I can
Not a
make it
pan-
into a
No.
pan.
I think the
Yeah.
pan's better.
Pan, okay.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think, Brian?
Yeah, that sounds
It just
good.
give it a little relief off the wall.
Yeah.
It gives
instead
it-
of just-
So it's like
Gives it a
6
little
and half.
three-dimensional, otherwise it looks like a flat piece of, and it doesn't look like aluminum when it's on the wall, it just looks like a piece, like, giving a little
Yeah,
depth.
just build it
is
out
good.
a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it'll look better.
Okay.
Okay,
And
I like that.
it's a pretty nice looking building, so.
Oh,
I think,
It's a nice location, I think it's going to be a great spot for you, and you should tell people, because we always say, what do you do?
My name's Catherine Foote, and I'm an orthodontist. This is our second location at 110 Gallagher Road.
great,
Thanks. Thank you for your time.
you bet.
Thank
So
you.
Wait, we have to finish.
Okay, a few other things. Okay, so you said it's a non-illuminated sign. Okay, and how about
Yes.
the height from grade?
I'll keep it under 15 feet.
Okay.
Now that
Okay.
I know I
All
can
right.
do 15 feet.
Okay, and of course,
But,
Right.
it's like this, underneath that second floor window is probably around 15 feet.
okay, all right. Yeah, keep an eye on that. So we'll do the pan sign. I think that just look a little better for you.
okay.
Yeah. And the address, you're going to place it on the building?
Yeah, so how do you want the address?
Well, Ray, you want at least 4-inch letters on that address, right?
This building is owned by, there's multiple businesses in this
Owned
building,
by Kaz Holloway.
but there's other businesses in there,
Yeah.
correct? I believe he has a sign out at the front,
He does.
so there's already a monument sign out front with
Oh,
the
good.
address on it.
Okay.
Then let's not add anything to
Okay.
clutter up
Okay,
your sign.
thanks, Ray.
Mhm.
All right. All right. So what do we decide as far as sign size?
Well, we just increased the letter size to like 8 inches, and that, the sign will fall.
Okay.
Within that.
Doesn't that make sense, Dave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
8-inch max? And you might trim off some of the excess?
And- yeah, and
some
trim
of
off the white.
You all right with that?
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds great.
Okay,
All
great.
right. Cindy's going to get out there and measure it, so you better be careful. I know. Yes.
You know that's likely to happen.
Okay.
We'll be fortunate if I get is it my motion?
I think it's your turn. Okay, any other questions for us?
No,
You guys are
thank
okay?
you.
All right. Cindy,
Okay.
wanna take it?
You sure it's mine? Okay. In the matter of DRB 2014-36, Foot Orthodontics at 110 Gallagher Road, I move that we accept the design as presented with the following changes. The letter size may be increased to 8 inches, and the sign should fall within whatever that makes the sign length. That was not well worded, but, yeah. The height, it's hung not to exceed 15 feet, and of course, the fasteners shouldn't be seen, and you're going to change it to be a pan instead of a flat panel. It's not lit.
Correct?
Got anything else for me?
15,
15
you said that, yeah. Looking good? Mounting,
mounting, covered it.
okay.
Really, so it was not as presented, it was as I'm telling you.
Okay. All right. Do we hear a
You get
second?
it?
Okay, thank
Second.
you.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Can we get a copy of the new revised
Yes.
as it goes up also to
Sure.
put in the
Excuse me.
file?
Yeah, oh,
Before you-
Dave,
Before you run out?
can we get a
Right,
new
where-
drawing of this for the township?
Yeah, can I email it?
Yeah, can we email it to you, Ray? No?
Peggy,
I'll mail it.
you're going to be installing the sign in the township, right?
Yeah.
Drop it by the office.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, thank you. All right, we're going to just switch up the agenda just a hair here. So we're going to jump over 2014-37 and come back to that. So next will be DRB 2014-38, the application of Dahlia Hair and Color Studio at 120 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, zone the Wayne Business Overlay District, for a wall sign. How you doing?
Hi,
Hi.
Dennis McLaughlin from Denron Signs, and this is Bella.
Hello there.
Hi.
Okay.
You can use the microphone, great. Hello. All right, Dennis, you know the drill, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I just wanted to give you guys something that just changed it up a little bit. Same size sign and everything.
Okay.
Oh, I like it. I like it better.
Instead of the one.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think that'll look nicer against the brick.
Yeah. Okay, want to
Yep.
walk us through, Dennis?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, do you have a copy for the table? Do you have an extra
Oh,
copy?
sure.
And actually, you want to use this one also, just for the
I-
storefront?
I have another
You have one,
one.
okay, good. There we go. Okay, great, thanks.
Okay, so this is a 3/4 inch thick PVC sign, painted in that gray background. It'll be spray painted with a 2-part polyurethane paint, and then all the copy will be white, black, and yellow with high-performance vinyls. And the size of the sign is 2 by 12. The signs there, right now, there's one 2 by 13, there's two 2 by 15s. We didn't need any more width to the sign, so it's about the same width as the sign that was there previously for the nail salon.
Okay.
And then we would lag bolt it through the face into the mortar with, lags and anchors, and we would touch up the bolts with the gray color paint. And all the signs are at the same level there. They're all 2 foot high, so, and they don't exceed 15 feet high.
All right. Dennis has done pretty much all the signs on that strip.
Dennis
so
knows the-
You're
does know the
familiar with
drill.
this one, yeah.
I think the sign looks really nice. It
Yeah, I
looks
do
like the
too.
letters are about 12 inches. the
Yeah, yeah, and
average.
it's just the
Yep.
Ds and
Just
everything.
the uppercase yellow. I think it looks great. I like the color. I think it looks good on the brick.
How big are the letters, hair and color and studio? How tall are they?
They're like,
Look like they're about
they're like
4.
3.5
Okay.
inches.
You feel they'll be visible?
Yeah, I think it'll still be good.
Okay.
Mhm.
No, I think it looks good.
It
Okay.
looks good.
No illumination, correct?
No.
Okay. I guess down the road, there's an opportunity to put some gooseneck up there. kind of
Right.
tough, but, you know,
Yeah, should we get an electrician to do that or
sure,
whatever?
no doubt about it. Okay. That looks like.
We handle the internal illumination, things like that.
Exactly.
But keep customers' price down for the goosenecks, we just recommend they go with an electrician on that.
Okay.
Well, that'll look great. And you submitted something for the windows, is that right? Or was
Oh,
that-
oh, right, there was the vinyl along the bottom. There's a couple other stores that have that.
Yeah.
So it only takes up like 8 inches, I believe.
Right, and you're allowed, what are you allowed, 15 or 20 in this area?
20.
You're allowed 20%, so.
Right. Yeah.
And then we just have some lettering on the door, the name of the company and the hours.
Okay. Hey, Dennis, getting back to the wall sign, you're going to use a PVC type material?
Right.
When it's finished, what's that going to look like?
Just like the plywood and everything. Like when we did Antiquities, that was a plywood sign. When we
Right.
did Pryor's sign, that's PVC.
That is PVC,
We
okay.
just changed the PVC in the last like 10 years because the top of the plywood, exterior plywood signs, no matter how much you sand it and fill it and paint it, after a few years, that water's going to get in there. So we don't have that problem with the PVC.
Okay.
Makes sense.
But it's wood-like then?
Right.
Yeah.
Just like on the front of Price Financial, those were PVC panels there.
Okay, gotcha. No, it looks really good.
You can't tell any difference once it's painted.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a nice design.
Okay. Are you going to do any changes to the front of the building, repaint it or anything like that?
Yeah, that's completely forgot, completely escaped our minds.
Okay.
With everything going on. So we wanted to paint either the same gray or lighter gray.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
that's good.
Yeah, just clean it up a little bit. All right.
That'll look nice with your sign.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
All right. You want to tell us a little bit about your new business?
Yeah, I was waiting.
All right. We don't charge for the
Hold your mic up.
commercials. So,
It's your
yeah.
commercial.
Okay.
Yeah.
I specialize in keeping hair healthy or bringing out damaged hair to being healthy again because a lot of seems like what happens a lot with women that they go to the salon to get the color done and to get a haircut done, and in between, a lot of women end up with really damaged hair. So I just bring the beauty, the shine into hair because if you have shiny hair, it's beautiful and you can even get away with a not so good of a haircut if your hair is healthy. So it's all included, everything.
Great.
And I also specialize in organic color and especially henna color, which nobody else does it. I think in all Pennsylvania, I think there is another salon somewhere. So that's my favorite and major thing that I love absolutely 100%. It's my passion to do henna because it's healthy. Not only it's not damaging coloring, but it actually strengthens the hair and it makes it shiny and it makes it even thicker hair because it builds into the hair. So that's what I'm gonna specialize.
Great.
Great.
And you're going to do men's as well?
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody?
We're all going to
And oh, I forgot. Also, I specialize in curly hair, curly wavy hair.
That's hard to find. I don't have curly hair, but I understand that's difficult. Are you operating? Are you open yet?
So, yeah, I am in this area. I've been for, I think, 14 years, something. I had the little salon, Orange Cat Hair Salon by Whole Foods about 14 years ago.
Okay.
And then I was independently working, and now I have a little salon at Harmonia Spa.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So this is
So
gonna
this is
be-
not open yet, though, is that
Not
right?
yet.
It is
No,
open?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay. When do you hope to open?
So we hope over Labor Day weekend, but we got help with flooring and lights and stuff. So somewhere in September, I don't know.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Great.
Did we do it?
Okay.
All
All right.
right.
Any other questions for us, Dennis? You're
I
okay?
think we're good.
Any questions for Dennis?
No, I think it looks
We're
good.
good? Okay.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Brian, I think this is your turn on this one.
Matter of DRB 2014-38 Dahlia Hair and Color Studio at 120 West Lancaster Avenue. I move that we approve as submitted.
Okay, or his second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you, thanks.
All right, thank
Okay.
you.
Thanks, Dennis. All right, next is DRB 2014-37. The application is Shredwich at 550 East Lancaster Avenue in St. David's. Zone planned business for facade renovation and 4 wall signs. And I think everybody knows this is the micro,
The what?
what is it called? Micro Center Complex.
Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
thought you were saying something
Right.
else. Yes.
I was going to say the old Altman's property, but I didn't think too many
No
people
one
remember
else
that.
knows about Altman's
Yeah.
but you and me.
Thanks. Yeah.
Well, good evening.
Hi there.
I am Jeff Hettinger, and I am the principal owner of Shredwich LLC, and we are excited to be able to come to St. David's. Our first location is going to be in the St. David's Shopping Square Center, and we are going to be located on the end cap next to Smashburger. Our concept is all natural, slow roasted, hand shredded beef brisket, pork, turkey, chicken, and tofu with a nice sautéed veggie blend for the vegetarians. It's available in 3 platforms. We have it in a ciabatta sandwich, hence the shred witch, the shredded protein with the sandwich. But we also are going to be doing rice bowls and salad bowls. So
Wow.
we are the lessee, okay, there, and the owner-operator of the Shred Witch. And we're quite excited. And we have some renovations to the exterior that have been presented to you, along with some signage that Dennis will be talking about a little bit later. And I would really like to just introduce my architect from Greenfield Architects, Leonard Morgan, who will explain, okay, some of the renovations to
Great.
you. And I also wanted to just mention the applicant for us was Trey Reinhardt from RH Reinhardt Company,
Okay.
who is our general contractor.
Great.
Thank
And I'm
you.
just going to give you, this is the summary of some of the things that you already have, and he's going to be presenting to you.
Okay, we have a handheld
Thanks.
up there if you need to use it. Okay, welcome. How you doing?
Hi.
Hi. Okay, want to walk us through?
Yes. We're trying to take the existing building, which you can see here in this photograph, which is basically an all exterior insulation and finish system along the entire facade with exposed masonry. So this is basically a block wall. The previous tenant had large graphics within the window from that side view. So this is essentially, the side facing the main street, and then the entrance is here. So we're trying to make a departure from kind of the look from many decades ago, and try to update this end cap, really, which will, I think, create a dynamic elevation to the street, and also create a brand, really, for Shredwich. Shredwich, this is their first location, and they're trying to create an identity that goes along with this. So it's not really just a sign, to create this. It's more of trying to create, a place that's recognizable, And so looking at the new elevations here, this would be the side facing the main road, and then here is the front, and then the back elevations here. We have all new stone veneer, which would be in this wainscot area and on these existing piers. We have two tones of metal siding, which is here in a vertical pattern here on the top, and also infilled. These are existing pocketed areas which would go back underneath, which are the color 2 of the metal siding. This area here in the dark is a Prodema exterior wood panel system, very commonly used in many harsh environments. It's on a bake-like core, and we have basically 2 sloped canopies, one here on the top and the lower, both which are made out of a Centria aluminum panel system. And we are capping the existing steel column, which is here in the corner. Right now, that's just an exposed, wide flange, painted green steel beam. So, we're really making a lot of improvements with that. That'll be wrapped in these exterior Lambu wood panels with exposed metal fins, which will come out. painted bronze in color. And again, this awning here over the top of the window is also part of, it's on a bronze aluminum frame with a Lambu exterior wood product, which creates the slats of the awning. These elements here, these are, again, on an aluminum frame with a perforated metal that's color-coded to the colors of the logo. So it's not a sign, it's just really just an architectural element to bring a little color to that facade, but also, again, to kind of designate the brand, if you will. And then here, we're adding another door through the existing side so that it increases the safety of the inside of the building and also adds natural light into the back. That pattern then is duplicated on the back side, which would really, I mean, if the existing building here on the back is very utilitarian. So I mean, this is a huge increase to that facade, which is really quite prominent along that drive. So I mean, this is going to make a large impact, very positive impact. So here we're actually replacing the front door. We're moving the aluminum frame up, so we're cutting out and replacing that glass. We're doing this so it's a wood solid door that's going to be placed there. So in general, that's a brief summary of the architectural elements.
Wow, what an improvement.
Thank you.
Any questions?
Are you putting it looks like you're putting the dumpster enclosure right in front of this new logo type vertical colored striping.
Yes, that is a separate project that the landlord, Olshan Properties, is going to be submitting to the township. Okay, they are hoping to relocate it a little bit so it doesn't block that, but that has not been submitted yet, and I think it's probably going to be more like a spring project. But they have pledged to us that they're going to clean up the dumpster area and get some nice screening around it.
Oh, great,
Yeah, you can see all the existing dumpsters here in the existing photo, which of course will be addressed then.
Okay, so that would be for all the tenants? And that's
Yes,
straight
that'll be
there
for
to
all the
4
tenants,
4 or 5,
yes.
whatever, yeah.
Yeah, it seems a shame to cover it up. It's a nice elevation. It's definitely an improvement. It'll be interesting to see how you go from new to old, particularly back here. I mean, it's going to look great. It's going to make this look worse, really.
Yeah.
And how do you know, it's...
Well, what's nice on the back especially is we have trees that start right after
Oh, okay,
basically
yeah, there you
the
go.
end of this unit. And our panels will be offset from so there'll be a slight return. So it's not just something that's stuck on the end. We'll have a return, so it'll, kind of receive the rest of the building.
It's really nice because that exposure is seen from the street, I think, and it's just always looked, uninviting. But now, I think, I like all the elements.
So it looks like you're going to put some new landscaping in also?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, to freshen it up.
Okay.
It's overgrown, the landscaping that's
It
there.
needs fresh.
It
You're right.
does.
I just read your plant
It
list.
does.
It's nice.
And our brand
That's
is
nice.
all about fresh.
Right.
And that's what we're trying to
great.
bring to the outside.
Now, is this your first store or your first store in the area?
This is our first store for Shredwich. I have been in the restaurant business for 11 years. Prior to that, I was in the private label soft drink business for 30 years. If you come to Wyomissing, Pennsylvania, the Reading area, we own and operate the Viva Bistro and Lounge in Wyomissing Square. I was the master developer for Wyomissing Square, where there's a courtyard by Marriott. There's 248 apartments and the Viva restaurant and an office building.
Okay, good.
And we hope to open October 6th is our target.
Really?
So that's what our target is.
The interior fit out is currently under construction.
Okay. All right, so we've looked at
Okay.
the materials, you've walked us through the materials. Exterior lighting on the building?
Yes, there are exterior lights which will be mounted on the stone piers as they go around the building.
Okay.
Those are all new locations. The utilitarian lights are being eliminated. They have some box lights that are on the side where those are all being eliminated.
Okay. They look all right?
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, they're a bronze light. They'll tie in very nicely with the trim around the windows.
Right. And Rod, just quickly, just walking us through, some of the landscaping changes.
Okay. Do you have that plan?
Yes. You got it there, the landscape?
I have it for the plant list here.
Okay.
It's just great to see this taken care of. Do you want to look at it?
No, it's fine.
And there's the coat of the trees and the shrubs.
Currently, really, there's a mulched area that runs along the side, and then this area here in the back is really overgrown. It's meant to screen the existing dumpsters, but so what we're looking to do, we're clearing that out. Of course, the dumpster area will be addressed separately, but we're kind of creating a new band of what is grasses here under the windows and on the sides. Some cherry laurel here up in the front, which will frame the side entrance stair to the entrance. And then here at the back, we're actually creating a new sidewalk that will come in off of the existing sidewalk, which kind of slopes around here. So a new sidewalk into this new side door, and then just buffering that again with some, let's see, there's a fringe tree here, some lily turf. We're going to be redoing this lawn area, and then around an existing transformer, just kind of buffering that out a little bit. There's some utilities that go into the side of the building here, electrical, so just kind of buffering that space. Currently, there's nothing right there except for grass at the back.
Okay. And again, the landscaping will only be pretty much for your property, we'll say. Okay.
Correct.
All right, not for the other stores. Okay.
Maybe it will inspire them.
Yeah, let's hope. Okay, any questions?
No.
Landscaping?
I think it was very thorough.
Okay. The address number, kind of minor, but
Yes,
you've heard us
Ray has
tell-
reminded us to
Yes.
make sure we get
Okay.
appropriate letters. Is that 4-inch letters you want, Ray, above the door? Right, yes, front and back. We'll take care of that for you.
Okay, so somebody will return with the trash enclosures at a later date?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
the landlord is working on that right now.
Okay, great. All right, is there anything else you want to tell us about the building? Changes or anything? Looks like
No,
you covered
we're really
it pretty well.
excited. We think it's a great
Yeah.
dynamic shopping center, and it's going to be a nice addition, a nice, healthy alternative to
Right.
a lot of the other fast casuals.
And you have a lot of businesses across the street.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a
absolutely.
good- I think it's a good
And
community.
Villanova and Cabrini,
Yeah.
and, you know.
And Radnor High School.
Radnor High School. So it's a great location. We're
Yeah.
excited.
Now, do you plan on doing outside dining or not?
We are at a later date.
Yes, okay.
But we're looking to have 3 little two-tops that will not be underneath the overhang. They will be outside, so we
Okay.
won't have any sprinkler
Is that for next
issues.
spring then?
For spring.
First spring, okay.
Right.
You'll know you'll have to come back to see us.
Yes.
Okay,
right.
great.
Unless you wanted to address it now.
No, we're not, I
Okay.
don't think we're ready for that
Okay.
now, so.
No
yeah.
problem.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so on that same application, Dennis, I guess, is going to talk about 4 wall signs? Okay, great.
I guess we could just use that. So what we were, on this, these are individual channel ladders internally lit. And so from past experience here and coming to the board and everything, I checked what the neighbor size of the ladders were and everything. VisionWorks was, the V was 2 foot high, and Smashburger, the S was 2 foot high. And that's what we're going to, initially we were doing the logo and the letters beside each other because that's how it's shown on a lot of their paperwork that they're doing and things like that. But with the new facade on there and everything, originally we had Shredwich here and the logo above it, but that was like 18 feet, so that exceeded to 15 feet. So we want to keep this brand, you know, they want to open a lot of locations, so they want to keep this brand going and everything. Plus, they need identification from, just to pull the eye over when you go in that back driveway entrance. There's loads of cars that was coming through there when I was measuring and everything. So what we did is we have a 19-inch by 12-foot shred witch on the front and the side there in those areas below the pitched roof like. And then we moved the logos back to the side and back over there. And it's, Jeff said there's going to be access behind the wall, so we won't have to put a raceway up. They'll be individually mounted on there. Now, they use those orange and green colors. It'll be white acrylic faces with white LED lights in the letters, but then translucent vinyl put on the faces to come up with their company colors and everything.
All right, so
To
you-
go along with the accent pieces that were on the sidewall and everything
All
as
right,
well.
so the front of the building,
Has shred witch
19-inch
by 12 feet.
by 12 feet. All right, but-
And same size on the side.
That's this?
That's correct,
Mm-hmm.
Is this out, extended past the existing plane, or is it out at the end of this new overhang?
No, the letters are only 5
Very good, done.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Which one are you pointing to, Brian, just so we, the logo or the?
I'm asking whether
Oh,
the sign, this signage, which will also appear here,
yes.
is it against the wall, or is it all the way out?
It's against the wall. It'll come out 5 inches from the brown background.
Oh, gotcha.
Same with the logos
I
on
said it,
the
Brian, I don't have that.
side and the back.
Brian, we were saying, and Cindy just said that too, we didn't get any of that.
We didn't get the signage detail, but, so really, the biggest letters are 19 inches.
Correct.
So really
You-
just-
You didn't get this?
No, I don't
No,
know
that's
why,
what I
but
mentioned
it's
to you
okay, because I
before,
can
yeah.
see it from yours, and we have a lot of detail.
I submitted all that.
Sorry. So
How
really,
big
it's the S and the W that are the biggest, and the other, so I think
Correct.
it's good design.
How big did you say Smashburger was? I'm sorry, Cindy, I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead.
The S was 24,
In the lowercase,
and because those was upper and lowercase too.
okay. Hey, Dennis, now you're coming in, or we have you down, the next item on the agenda, for 2 wall signs. Are they different than what you're showing here, or?
No, this is the signs.
Okay,
It's the 2 signs, but they got broken up by the facade, so
Okay.
I guess you could count it 4 signs or 2 signs,
Okay, all
however
right.
you want to do it.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so this is like the sign package, the complete sign
Correct,
package?
that's
you're
right.
saying,
There's
okay.
nothing more. right.
Okay, all right. Okay, so front of the building, 19-inch, S and W,
Right, same thing on the side.
12 feet long.
And how big are the logos?
They're 24 inches by 6 feet.
Well, they look appropriate on that building. It's a very big, it's a big expanse, and you need to
Right.
draw attention to that. And it's set way back off of 30,
Right.
and,
Yeah, because the wall is like 98 feet long and for the total side and everything.
you did have it?
Well, you know what, they're in with the next application.
Oh, okay, that's
Okay.
why I didn't do it, yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, I'm-
So,
I'm
It's okay, you did
okay.
give it to us.
Okay.
Okay, actually, here we go. All right.
Oh, there we go. I knew I saw it, so I was wondering,
All right.
okay.
You have a total square footage on that for the front?
It's 12 by, is it like 12 by 1.5?
Looks like 31.
The 2 by 12 would be 24, so it's,
Yeah.
like, it's about 20, 21.
For Shred Rich and the logo both, the total?
For all 4 signs?
No, just for the frontage, just for the front.
Just for the front is about 21 square feet.
Is it,
And including and adding in a logo?
that's not on the front, though.
It's not on the
Oh,
front.
just Shredwich
Yeah,
on the front?
Only
I'm
Shredwich
sorry.
on the front, and the
Understood.
logo
Okay.
appears on the side and on the
Okay.
back.
Okay.
All right, seems to me a very good use of the entire space.
Right, you have 25 feet on the front.
And you have forever
I
on the
mean,
side.
25 feet of frontage.
Yeah, and you're allowed about
Mm-hmm.
37 and a half square, worth of square
Right.
footage on the front
Right.
with 25 linear feet.
And then just a hair under 100 on the side.
And you're allowed about 145 roughly square feet of signage on the side. So you're going to meet those requirements.
Right.
And same with the back's 25 feet, so.
Right, When I submit the sketches and everything, I'll have all the square footage
Okay.
for you and everything.
Okay,
But
good.
we're well under based on that long side.
Okay.
Because these are individually mounted letters, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so that,
Yeah, all of them are
Okay.
individually mounted, right?
Right, mhm.
Okay.
it looks good.
Yeah, everything will be under 15 feet.
That's right. Mhm.
All right.
We would have liked it the other way, but
Right.
it's too high.
So you didn't think the 19's too big for the front? You think it's fine?
Well, we gave Smash 24.
Okay.
So I want it to be balanced across the front of that building. And this,
Okay.
again, this is another unique location because it's
It
not in
is.
the middle of Wayne, it's not in a quaint section, so
Right.
it needs to be seen.
And there's a lot of material changes going on within the facade.
Yeah.
You know, it
It would get lost if you made this, I think
I
if you
think
made
so.
yeah, I agree.
Okay. So it looks like Shredwich will appear in 3 places and the logo will appear in 1 place.
No,
correct?
no,
Two and two.
Shredwich in 2 and a logo in 2.
Well, you're going to have Shredwich on the front?
On the front. and-
Side.
And then on the side.
But then the logo's
The
on the
logo
back.
back
Right.
here, and then another one on the back. the
Another
logo.
logo?
Just the logo.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. 2 and 2 then.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
Did you think about putting the word, well, I guess people could see shred, I have trouble saying it,
They come in.
Shredwich. But as they were driving in, I mean, you see the logo, but did you think about putting the name there? Are you allowed?
Well, we did, and we thought that the 2 most prominent sides, okay, there's a lot of parking in the side where the dumpsters are.
True.
And we have those stairs going up there, so we wanted to get the name from the Lancaster Avenue
Yeah.
view. And then from the dead front of the building, we wanted to make sure people coming from TJ Maxx could see the Shredwich. So we thought that was more prominent. It would be great, because there's a lot of traffic going
I
up to
know.
that giant.
I mean, I was figuring, once they're
Right.
already coming in, they,
Right.
but,
our ultimate game plan is
Mm-hmm.
to get recognition just from the icon.
good thinking.
Okay?
Yeah,
And that's what we're really going to be driving in our marketing.
seems like
It's
a
going to
good
be like the
idea.
Golden Arches, right?
That's
Yeah.
it. We
Okay,
hope.
you got it.
We hope.
All right.
Awesome.
Okay.
Not to jump back, but since we haven't closed out the facade renovation, we didn't really talk about the projection of the new awning, the new hard awning. How far does this project beyond the existing?
The edge of the existing, well, I guess I can point here. The edge of this siding is basically the existing edge. This does stick out about 4 feet, however, it is over top of the sidewalk. The sidewalk actually goes out here several feet beyond the edge of the building. So it's not over the parking area or anything like that, it's still over the sidewalk.
And there's no setback issues, it's an internal lot?
No, that's correct.
So in relation to this, the existing overhang, do you come out past that, or it's about,
The siding would be flush with that,
Okay.
as well as the Prodema wood panels, and the overhang does project out from that, however, it's still over the sidewalk. The sidewalk is much deeper there.
yeah. And it projects out existing also, because I can see that the pole is set back under there.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, this is going to look interesting next to those other properties.
It really is, yeah.
Well, it looks good.
Thank you.
Yeah, looks good.
You're just going to have to lease the rest of those stores and perform your
Yeah.
magic there.
Get
you know?
something going, yeah.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, and I'm sure you've heard no sandwich boards allowed.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I've already inquired.
Okay.
Bob will
Right.
personally show up.
Yes, yes.
I
And,
respect you on that.
Thank you.
Got to go in for a sandwich.
Good pork sandwich, yeah.
Right.
And if you're going to do any window signage, I don't know if you have any window signage planned or neon, but you're allowed up to 15% of your square footage for
Is it
window
15
signage.
or 20?
In planned business, it's 15%.
15.
If you're in downtown Wayne, it'd be 20%.
Understand.
Okay.
No flashing neon.
Right, yeah, no flashing lights. Okay.
No problem.
Any other questions? Dennis, you guys all right?
Yep.
Okay, how about the board?
I'm okay
Brian?
with everything. Mhm.
No, I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Okay. looking
Thank you
all
very
right.
much.
Okay, all right. So Dennis, you're going to come up with some new
Yeah,
plans for the
well-
township files?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have all this, but it's just with the square footage and everything.
Right,
Just
okay.
like I said.
All right.
You'll see it in the other packet, I have everything done up for that.
Okay.
Okay.
Ray, for an administrative thing, do you want us to tie the two applications together? Do them separately? Okay. All right. Okay. All right, Brian?
37 and 39,
Yes,
and they're both approved as submitted.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Okay. In the matter of DRB 2014-37 Shredwich at 550 East Lancaster Avenue for a facade renovation and four-wall signs, I move that we approve as submitted.
Let's just make the mention about the trash coming back. They're going to bring,
And
landlord will
you
come
will-
back.
yeah, the landlord will come back for any new trash enclosure work.
okay, do I hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. And next one?
In the matter of DRB 2014-39 Shredwich at 550 East Lancaster Avenue for two wall signs, move that we approve as submitted.
Do we hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you
Okay,
very
gentlemen,
much.
thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks.
All right, we'll see you in October, right?
Yeah.
October 6th, all right. Okay, thanks again. All right, next is DRB 2014-40, the application of Max Calder at Anytime Fitness, 789 East Lancaster Avenue in Villanova, for 2 ground signs and 1 wall sign. Zone
evening.
commercial. Hi there, how you doing? Good.
Impressed you guys can keep your focus up here for so long and it gets
Well,
later
it's
and
fun to see new
get
businesses
hungry.
coming.
Yeah,
No,
you know
it's-
what? And you care, it's neat because
Yeah.
I really care about aesthetics myself and I wonder often what people are thinking of certain things. It's tough.
Okay. All right, we got a handheld mic there, if
Oh,
you're
yeah.
more comfortable using that.
Is this your business?
It is. I'm Max Calder, the owner of Anytime Fitness, a new fitness center I'm really excited to bring to the Villanova Center. Actually, where Summit Fitness was, the
Oh,
same
sure.
location, next to Avenue Kitchen, right there. And you probably know that right next door to me, in between us, I'm sorry, I'm in between Avenue Kitchen, and then on the corner is the new Lankenau Pediatrics place that went in. You didn't hear
Did
about
not
that yet?
know.
Yeah. Well, they.
It's DuPont?
Well, the doctors that are involved with it are through Lankenau or something. Oh, are you? The signage? Right. Pediatrics business in there as well, which is a great
That's a nice,
synergistic for me as to have a gym right there and a brand as strong as Anytime Fitness. So very excited
Want
about
to
it.
tell us about Anytime Fitness first, or you rather do the
At
the
the end is
signage
fine,
first?
whatever you
Okay,
like.
let's
Sure.
do the signage.
Get to the work.
Yeah.
As you can see from this, I just thought I'd show you this first. These are really, the first two are replacing existing slides that actually, in fact, were fitness also, Summit Fitness. Here you have the two that are on 30 right there. It's a double-sided monument. It said Summit Training Center, now it's going to say Anytime Fitness, which is this.
yep,
The actual, you guys have it?
got it.
Okay. And that's a aluminum, cast. It's 1 by 5, 1 by,
5.
yes, correct. 1 by 5, and replacing that exact location. The one inside here is a single monument, and it's a little smaller. It's 8 inches by 4 feet. Again, the exact same, that little logo we call the Running Man, and then Anytime Fitness straight across. And then the main sign, which is picture of it here, will be on the door. And I have a photograph if you'd like to see a broader sort of view of it, but it gives you a pretty good idea.
Other than this?
Well,
This one?
Oh, yeah, that's one too,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I was going to actually show you on my iPad. I could put it right up here and give you a broader view of what the whole thing looks like, but I'm sure you see. But if you look at this, for
You know
example.
what, why don't we,
Okay.
since Brian stepped out for a minute, while Brian's gone, why don't you give us your little
Oh, yeah, tell us about
minute or two
Anytime
commercial, all
Fitness.
right?
Sure.
Think of all those people at home thinking, I should work out.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, I hope they will. The brand, it's actually the #1 franchise in the country.
Oh, it's a franchise.
As of last year, Entrepreneur Magazine, we went from 11 to 1 in about a year and a half. And that's based on not only growth, but best companies to work for and what we represent really in communities. There's a lot of, gyms, I'm not going to name names these days, that are really about just numbers and massive, what we call box gyms. We're a boutique style, smaller, going back to a smaller sort of style that caters much more to individual people, really getting to know them, what motivates them, how can we make their experience better, really connecting with individual members, because we have a smaller base. We can do that, we can afford to do that. Very high-end equipment.
What kind of equipment?
State-of-the-art Pre-Core and Life Fitness. Every cardio piece has its own individual touchscreen TV that's fully compatible with all your devices, internet, everything, wireless. The strength training equipment, that's actually my background. That's what I've been a trainer for the last 23 years, so this is my business, but I was looking for a brand that I really liked. I never liked the brands until I found this particular one. We have private bathrooms with private showers, not locker rooms, individual bathrooms, things like that. We have a lot of cool points that are great value. We think we show great value. Fitness on request is something we do, which is individual. You can start an aerobics class or a spin class or a yoga class at any time. There's a kiosk on the outside of the multi-purpose room, and a big, huge screen comes down, and Jillian Michaels or whoever you want. There's like 1,000 classes to choose from. Since it's open 24 hours, you can come in, start a class.
You're open
anytime you want.
24 hours?
We're a 24-hour fitness facility. So we have
My Lord.
multiple cameras everywhere and a very complex sort of system for security and facial recognition and surveillance.
Is that part of the brand? That the
That
brand
is
is
24 hours. That's a huge thing for us because people always wonder: is the gym open? Is it closed early on Sundays?
know,
It's Columbus
always.
Day. It's a Jewish holiday. What's going on? And you don't know.
I just assume it's closed.
Exactly. So once you're a member, there's a member door and a guest door. At the member door, you have a key fob, and not only can you access our gym, but any one of our 3,000 gyms in the world for that one price. So when you're traveling, you Google Anytime Fitness, they come up, boom, there's many in every city now. So it's a really cool feature for us.
Wow.
And we like that location very much. I'd like to be on the first tier because we're set back a bit, but
Yeah.
it is what it is. It's a destination location. Once people know about us, I think we'll do very well with the college
Yeah.
right there and everything.
That'll open up a lot too with
When they take down that
when they take-
building, they
yeah,
do the new
exactly.
building.
And
With
put
all
the Starbucks,
changes.
yeah, we're hoping
Yeah.
to get Starbucks in there.
Putting a
Great.
Starbucks in there?
I think so. I don't know.
All right.
It's a nice, anything
have to
that
work
people
out.
come regularly to.
Yeah. Well, I think that's great. Congratulations. When do you
Thanks so much.
expect to?
November 1st. We got 9 weeks, and we're going to start the demo. We're waiting for our permits now. This should be next week that we get our permits approved, and the demo permit we have, so we're going to start that. But the demo's simple.
Is everything weights and class, or is there, not weights,
Free
fitness
weights.
machines, or do you have free weights, kettlebell, that kind of stuff
We
also?
have all that. We have functional training area, which is the new thing, TRX, kettlebells, and all that, and the balls and the stuff. That's
Yeah.
an area. We have the group multi-purpose room, which is spin and yoga and all that. We have free weights. We have selectorized machines and cardio. So it's smaller in size, but very well designed, and it's not like this massive, place where
And I think people would wonder about your membership. Is it month to month? Is it a year?
It is.
Okay.
It's month to month. We do have what's called paid in fulls, the PID account. We'd like to do month to month. That's what we're really selling. We have 12 and 18-month contract. Yeah.
All right. Sounds really cool.
Thanks so much. We're
Okay.
really excited.
Great, so we're okay with the two monument signs?
Yeah.
Okay, good, go with that, and we're going to look at the wall
Placing
sign.
those slides, right. And then, so I actually have an example of one of the letters. I don't know if you wanted to see that or not, but it's sort of a canister that shows you what the lettering is like. It's 14 and a half feet to the top there. And I tell you, I would have loved to have it be a little bigger. I have 43 feet across the front there, and, it is what it is, but it fits nicely in the space, obviously. I don't really want to make it. Originally, I'd hoped the Running Man it would be kind of cool if the Running Man extended over the black a little bit, you know, and kind of stuck out, that might really look cool. And then that the graphic, the lettering was inside the black, it would kind of be neat. But the franchise doesn't allow me that. It has to be exactly the way they want it. And furthermore, you got, you know, the borough, which I obviously respect, it's based on my footage. So the sign size is based on the 43 feet.
It looks great. I think it's a very good-looking logo. I love the running man. I think the letter sizes are appropriate. I know you're back off the street, so that it would be nicer to go larger, but for my money, it looks good.
Thanks. I have the 2 bays. You see the one to the right of it also.
Oh, okay.
So, and then the pediatrics thing is the next 3, but, you know, that's over the door, so obviously I chose that bay to put the sign above it. You can see the door there.
It's a good spot. It'll be lit at night?
It's very well lit. In fact, Jerry Holtz, who I think he was going to say hello to somebody, I don't remember the name, but anyway, he's putting in new lighting in the front too that goes up the building as well. So he wants to redo it because that when he puts the new piece in the front there, it takes down the old building and builds that whole piece out to match everything. He's building a walkway back there and a whole kind of.
You'll be sitting pretty, I think, at that point.
It's going to be nice.
I don't know how long it's going to take him.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so the background's going to be black. At nighttime, the only thing we're going to see is Anytime Fitness and the purple Running Man.
Exactly. Though the Anytime Fitness Running Man and the Anytime Fitness lettering are LED backlit, right? At night.
The background's black,
Correct.
not illuminated.
No, and we did that also because any wiring won't show.
Yeah, okay.
It'll look nice.
It's good.
All right.
I like it.
What else, Brian?
You know, it looks good.
Yeah, it's
Thanks.
pretty simple application there, so.
Yeah.
All right.
That being the case, I think I should do the motion.
You're on.
Okay. In the matter of DRB 2014-40, Anytime Fitness at 789 East Lancaster Avenue, I move that we accept the design for the signage as presented for both the 2 monument signs and the wall sign.
Do we hear a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Great.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to town.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks a lot.
I had one question, was just that at this point, do I get a certificate to then, my installer has the signs?
Okay, Ray will answer that question for you.
Oh, thanks. Okay. Thanks, guys.
I'm sorry?
They can, you apply, a sign guy applies for the sign with the electric. We'll go ahead and issue that out then.
He comes in, just gets that now
Yep.
that it's approved?
Yes.
The sign guy himself? Okay, thank you. I know he has the sign in his shop, so I wasn't sure how it worked.
Terrific.
Have a great night.
You too. Thanks again. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye, thank you.
Next on tonight's agenda is DRB 2014-41, the application of Rita's Water Rice at 387A West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, Zone Planned Business, for a wall sign and awning sign. How you doing, Greg?
Hello. Good evening.
Hi.
I'm Greg from KC Sign Company, representing Rita's Water Rice today. They're moving into that little strip of stores next to the farmer's market, and they're on the side next to Kitchen Capers, and behind them there's a laundromat and I think it's a salon or something like that.
Right.
And they have Kitchen Capers in this laundromat. They have channel letters, so Rita's Water Rice would just like to do channel letters on a raceway to go with that shopping center and the look on there. And then channel letters include part of their logo with the little water ice cup and the ice custard happiness tagline. And then Rita's also does awnings on all their storefronts when they can.
Well, why don't we look at the wall sign first,
Yes.
okay? All right, so why don't you walk us through what you have here?
It's illuminated channel letters on a raceway. The overall height, because the Rita's is curved and the way the logo is, the overall height is 33 inches. The letter height of the lowercase letters, it varies, but it's about 15, 16 inches for the ITAS part. And then the ice custard happiness part on the right that's about 24 inches high total, with the letters inside are about 5 inches high.
I'm sorry, Greg, the letters are about 5 inches
5
each?
inches high, yeah.
Okay. And how big is the water ice?
Oh, the water ice, that's the same, I'm sorry, that's a little shorter than the Rita's, than the R in Rita's, so that's about 30 inches.
Okay. All right, what do you guys feel about that?
The cup of water ice is 30 inches?
I'm sorry?
The cup of water ice?
The cup,
is
about 30
inches.
inches. What do you guys feel about size on that, or?
Okay, now I gotta look and see what we did for everybody else. Like FedEx and. It's
pretty big.
It's big.
Yeah.
It is overall.
Yeah.
They were hoping because of the way the logo, the Rita's part of the logo is curved.
Right.
That makes it, hard to judge the letter.
That we
height and
wouldn't think
everything.
it was so big?
Yeah.
They'll never notice.
And they're on the side of the building, they're not facing Lancaster Pike, so they were hoping
Yep.
for a little better visibility
Yeah.
from their location there.
Well, I guess any traffic going west isn't going to see it on
Right,
Route 30.
yeah, heading that
Okay.
way, yeah.
So traffic on east will see it. Guys walking out of the farmer's market are certainly going to see it. And coming out of the farmer's market, if you don't see that, you got problems.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 33 inches.
So I think the 33 inches it's a little big for my money. I don't know what we allow. I mean, I know that's one letter in all of them, but I'd like to see it come down a little. And then what do we do with ice custard happiness?
Well, I was just thinking, actually, if you said they're 5 inches, let's just say if we went down to 4 inches on each of those.
Mm-hmm.
So it reduces everything a little bit.
So that could probably bring if we brought those down, like the ice custard happiness, if you're saying bring them down another inch or so to 4 inches, we could probably get the entire height of the readers in the logo, like the R, which is
Yes.
the height, down to probably like 26 to 28.
It seems
A little more appropriate.
a little more appropriate. I
Yeah.
don't know what we did for FedEx, but I think it's like along those lines.
Yeah, all these elements are such a brand-specific thing. It's,
Mm-hmm.
I remember when we did PNC Bank, we asked them to make it smaller, and they said, we can't. It's-
Yeah. And guess
There's
what?
only
They went
one.
to zoning.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
Not a fan.
it can be reduced, and, we can say reduce it, 70, 80%, and that can be done. It's,
Yeah.
As long as we keep the proportions and they're able to put everything together the same way, which isn't a problem.
Right.
You think
It
that
can
would
be
be
reduced
right?
a bit. Yeah, the ice custard happiness is the part, like you were saying, we don't want to get too small.
Yeah.
So, if we went down a little bit to under 30, say if we brought it in under 30.
Well, you're at 35 square feet, and you're allowed
Oh.
35 square feet.
That's-
So you-
yeah,
you've
that's why it was
maxed-
done
you've
that way,
maxed it
yeah.
right, I'd like to see it come down a little bit. I just think it's a little
Yeah.
strong for that area.
Yeah, okay, here's one. We did Contemporary Dance Studio.
Yes.
We gave them 18 inches for the C and the A, and the other letters were brought down proportionately. So they're on the perpendicular wall facing Lancaster Avenue.
okay.
Are you going to be on the monument sign, do you know?
There's,
already
no,
on
there was
there.
nothing they brought
Are
up.
you- there-
It's already on there.
Rita's is already
It's been on
there?
there for a
Oh.
while. Yeah, Dennis made that sign, and it's
I guess
been
I
up for a
didn't
couple
see
of
that.
months. That's
Yeah.
why I knew they were coming. I assumed they were
Wow.
coming. I saw
Okay.
it in there, yeah.
Then,
So-
yeah, I think we have to bring this down a little bit. So what are you suggesting proportionally? Did you say 80% of what
Well,
it is
no,
now?
I'm not saying anything. I just think it needs to come down a little
Yeah.
bit, just,
No, I agree.
Do you want to see it at 30 or under 30?
I'd like under 30, I mean, since we
We
give
could
that one.
probably do, I wouldn't want to go any smaller than 28. I would say we could probably do 28. And that
28
would-
square
Okay,
feet.
That would keep
28 28 height on the R.
Oh,
Yeah.
28 inches.
28 height on the R, the overall height, which
know
is the
what?
R.
28 replacing the 33 we're
Yes.
looking
Yeah,
at.
I
Okay.
think that would be a nice.
Yeah, that's
a nice compromise.
Great,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
And you're
28.
still going to get plenty of visibility with that.
Yeah, I think, yeah,
Plenty.
that'll work.
Okay.
When are they expecting to be open?
They were looking, it was next month. They're still doing a lot of work inside.
Mm-hmm.
I drove by there on the way here. I hadn't been there myself before, but I think they were shooting for mid to late September.
And I think like the previous applicant was saying, he's hoping that his logo alone will be enough to have enough recognition factor. So I think Rita's, that the awning, seeing something that looks like water ice in the distance, that's going to catch people's eye. It's going to be hard to see from 30 anyway, so.
They have the colors in the general, like you're saying, like the shape, almost like the
Yeah,
arc of
it's
the
like,
Rita's
oh, that
and-
must be a
and the
Rita's.
awning,
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right.
Okay.
Greg, I know there was a couple small holes on the facade. I guess you'll just patch those up,
Mm-hmm.
or possible the raceway may cover it.
Yeah, if the raceway doesn't cover it, we generally.
Yeah, they're not
we'll
that many.
patch
I
and
think
paint
a lot,
something.
maybe
Oh,
3 or 4 at the most, so.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll just ask you to patch those up or conceal them
Okay.
with the raceway or the
Sure.
sign or whatever.
So you don't get a slot on the building awning, on the monument?
I'm sorry?
They already
I mean,
got
on
it.
the monument.
They're on the monument.
like they're on the
Apparently,
monument.
they already went on.
Yeah, you lost
I
that
guess,
job.
I guess that's, yeah, why they didn't ask us about that.
Yeah, okay. All right, so why don't we look at the awning?
Okay.
Tell us what you plan on doing there.
Well, the awning, generally what Readers does is their vinyl awnings internally illuminated. And that's what they generally do. So that's what they
Right.
are bringing here.
That's what they're applying for.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Radnor
You know it's not going
Right.
to
doesn't
happen,
really.
right?
I always get stuck in the
Approve those.
situation, well, just apply and see what they say, and
Yeah.
I know, but they can do this umbrella material.
Okay.
And,
Why don't we do some umbrellas?
Yeah.
We can do it in stripes in this umbrella. Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yes.
a shed-style awning is their typical structure in the frame of their awning, the look of their awning. So we can just do that in this umbrella instead.
Red and white stripe.
Yeah. It'll be
So
red
is it
and
going to
white.
be, it's going to be it's not this one, the curved,
Oh, no, it's just straight.
straight? Okay.
Yeah, like, you can see a little better on this one.
Oh, got it, yep.
That shape, yeah.
I mean, I can't blame them for asking, but there will not be any logo on the end, what do you call it? I don't know what you call the end of the
The end.
The end, yeah.
Okay. I thought it might have a special name.
I mean, people have.
Yeah, we have allowed that?
Yeah, as long as you
Okay.
keep it to the 8-inch.
They were looking at that because they're on the side again.
Yeah.
People come around
So
the corner.
that's okay.
Just
All right, good.
I would say, you have to do 8-inch max.
8-inch max on
Yeah.
that. Okay, sure.
So-
Okay.
No, we've had, like on the Weller Court, where there's visibility issues.
Yep.
you know.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to make
We
it
don't-
difficult for them to run a business or to attract,
Yeah.
their clientele. So I think it's,
I don't know if it needs on both sides, or I guess you would put it on both sides just to keep them.
Just to keep it even.
Yeah.
You mostly need it on the one side
Right.
facing the road, but generally we just, put one on each side
Okay.
just to even
All right.
everything up.
You're basically going to do the logo as we see then, right?
Yeah,
The
we'll do it
green.
just like that one, the green and the red, the logo, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
I think it's good.
And that can actually be painted, because it's this umbrella material, that can be painted on there.
Okay.
So that'll look pretty good.
All right, so we're going to go sunbrella, no plastic, no lighting,
Okay, yeah.
right? Okay.
We'll cut all the lighting out, yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's a light pole right near there, a parking light pole right near there, so you're going to get.
There's a lot right there. I'm
You're
sure
going to get
there's
plenty of
something,
lighting
yeah.
and stuff. Okay,
Well, it'll be a nice addition.
okay.
Oh,
I don't think I need to do a commercial for readers. I
No,
think everybody
yeah,
knows
you know
what they are.
Greg, do you know if they plan on doing any window signage?
They haven't asked us about anything yet, but it
Okay.
could come in the future.
Maybe you could tell them what's allowed,
I'll-
which is
yep.
15.
15%
That's
because we're
15
playing
there, okay.
business.
I don't think they have any big plans, maybe just hours on the door or a little
Okay.
logo on the door. I don't
Okay.
think they have anything big planned.
Right. I guess it'll be a little bit unique. I don't remember Rita's where you actually walked in. I guess all the Ritas that I've gone to are
Oh, you're
like a
right.
takeout
It's always
window
walk
kind of
up.
thing. Yeah,
It's-
walk up.
Yeah.
There's a few we've done recently. We've done a bunch of them around the area. There's a lot of them are walk-up, but we've done a few that are walk-ins. They seem to be going that way
Is
now.
it going to be open all year round, do you know?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Generally, they.
Because a lot of them close like for the winter months.
I don't
but-
think so,
Yeah.
but I'm not positive.
Okay, just curious. All right, and I guess they may ask about outside dining, but again, maybe it'll be next year, but they're going to have to come back if they want outside dining.
Okay, yeah, they haven't said anything to us. I don't think they.
No dining?
No seats inside, no dining outside.
Oh, they're not
Oh,
even
no
going to have
seats
seats inside?
inside.
Oh, well.
Oh, what are they going to do with all that space?
They've just pulled everything front.
Forward?
It's basically, there's no pass-through windows in Radnor, so the front is an open space, you come in and order it, and then you leave and go. So it's the same as the one on Haverford Avenue down there. Exact
Really?
same.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't
I
been
just
there.
assumed there'd be tables. It's a pretty big
Can you
location.
stand in there and eat? Is there enough room to do that?
No, it's meant to pick up and go. They
Okay.
actually wanted a storefront, pass through the front window, but we don't allow that.
Okay.
So you have to go in and buy it and then
Come
sit in the
out.
car and eat or take it home.
All right.
A question
Yes.
on this. Since there's other lettering on the side of that building, is the new letters then, the 28-inch, going to stay in line with the other letters on the side of that? And then where is the awning going to be mounted?
Okay, that's a
On the
good question.
facade or underneath? Because if it's underneath, we get into some of the blocking of the doors and things.
The height.
like The height
Okay.
issue.
Okay, that's a good
So I
question.
just want
Sorry
to
about
ask,
that.
and again, we get into the numbers on the building.
All right, we don't really have, do we have a detail on the side of the awning so we know how that's going to be, where it's going to?
No, not like an attachment detail specific to the building there. If there's a place you would rather it be mounted or a certain clearance.
I just know the
that we-
facade of that building runs all the way down there, and everybody else has
Oh, the
their.
awnings all at the same
their,
level.
They're on there, so
Right.
if Rita's
Oh.
would fall within that, where everything else
Oh,
falls in
right.
there. And I wasn't sure if the awning then would be mounted up
Yeah.
on that projection, or whether it was underneath to cover the door, so
Right.
I
Well, you
figured I
need seven,
better ask.
you need 7-foot clearance from grade, correct, on an awning?
Yeah, so I
From the base of the
just
awning to
wanted to
grade.
see what,
Do you know how large that what do you call that? The
no,
panel
but
is?
if you look on the last page of your,
Yeah.
all the stuff, you can see the other signs.
You can see the
You
laundromat.
can see the laundromat sign and everything else, so my question was, is the awning going to go like right underneath the laundromat sign where the new Rita's, or is it going to be tucked down underneath, which would then stick down, and I would imagine that's about 18 or 24 inches above the door there of those panel glass. So before, I just wanted to know what your thought process is.
Brian, how tall is that door?
It's probably a 7-foot door, right?
Yeah.
6,
So you
8,
might-
7 foot, yeah.
So you'd have to probably shorten that awning, or, let me see, so the awning is 6-inch drop, and there's this angle, 30 inches that way. Well, you definitely don't have the vertical of 33.5 inches under the panel.
Probably not.
No. You know, I hate to say it, the one thing you could do is, what we've done with others, is to, instead of it being a true awning, but have it be a, what do we call it?
The balance?
A valance. Because you see, I don't know how you're going to fit this under here.
Yeah.
How do you think, what do you think?
I was looking, you have the pictures of the side, yeah, for some reason I didn't bring one of those
You
with me.
here.
Okay.
That laundromat's been there a long time, I don't,
Here, if you want to lay that on the table, too.
so they can see.
Okay.
30 inches. You know,
What do you think, Brian?
I think it would, if it's 30-inch, a 33.5-inch overall height, I think you've got probably 24 inches from the head of the door to the soffit, right? At least.
You think?
And probably more.
So what do you think one of those glass panels is? 18, 15
18.
inches? 18? And then above that, you probably have another
6 to 8.
6 to 8. Let's be generous, say 8. So that would only be, that wouldn't be enough, is it?
No, you'd be sticking, your awning would be about 6 or 8 inches above the soffit.
Yeah, you'd have to go above.
And then, so your Rita's signage would be pretty tight to the top of that awning to stay in line with the laundromat.
Right. I think Cindy's got a pretty good idea. I don't know if the applicant would go for it, but, right?
Do you know what I mean, Ken?
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think I'd have to double check the height on that, the 33.5, but generally, we make those heights so that it fits into the existing area, and I believe the plan usually would be, and what would work best, would be to keep it underneath the
Under the soffit,
overhang
right?
there.
Yeah.
So the top of the awning would butt right
Into that overhang?
into that overhang, and then it would come down over those top windows. You would still have the 7-foot clearance, it would be above the door.
Yeah.
But it would fit into there. I'm not sure what that height is. I can double check that. I'm guessing that's where they got the 33.5. That does seem a bit high.
Yeah, it seems like that.
But we can do it so
Yeah,
it
I mean,
fits into that space.
It might
Okay.
be. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
So what if we just say you need to fit it into that
We
space?
can fit it into that space. I
Okay.
think that's the intention.
Then-
And I agree that that would look best.
You know, we went to 28 inches on the R, which, you know, the whole thing is a logo. What did we do for FedEx?
Cindy, I guess I mean, if need be, you could reduce the R and the sign a little bit more if you need more space for the awning.
Well, I don't.
You're maxed at
They're
28,
saying they're going
right?
to put the awning, you're suggesting the awning's going to fit in under here.
Right.
That they got their 33.5 inches from measuring this
Mhm.
without the intent, you said they usually would go under the soffit.
That's
so
what I would, yeah, that's what I would do.
I'd be interested. So that's 33, so that means that leaves this space. But I'm just wondering, how big is that laundromat? The
I'm at
R,
about maybe 14,
Mm.
16.
how big this R is going to be?
I don't think we were allowed anything larger than that.
The R going to be that big next to it?
Possible.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's just too big.
Greg, when are these guys going to open?
They were shooting for September, sometime in
Said they
September,
were?
I thought, yeah.
I know they
another
have,
one.
they have design standards that they like to, obviously, everyone likes to stick with those.
Yeah.
So if we said you need to reduce the R more, that would make your frozen ice custard happiness pretty small. Would they be interested in keeping that a little, well,
I think they would keep the proportion of everything to get, that would be the primary concern, would just keep the
Yeah.
proportion the same.
Right,
see if I might have another.
okay. Again, I was going to ask you if you could come back next month, but if you're going to open up in September, that's a little bit of a hardship.
Yeah, I think they'd like to
They
get
want to,
something
sure, they want to get it up and running. Yeah.
in there, so sure we can work something out.
I mean, aesthetically, Ray, we're okay with the look and everything like that. Can they come to you with final measurements and you sign off on it, or?
Yeah, if the board suggests that they keep within the height measurements or the height of the other letters on that side of the building.
Right.
If they shrink that logo, that's fine, and we'll just ask for an adjusted drawing then, that's all.
Okay.
And then the awning will be mounted underneath with enough clearance for the door. I mean, I think that's
Right.
something
Yeah.
we can work to,
Right.
it's pretty clear.
Yeah, so 7 feet clearance from grade to the base of the awning.
And then top of the awning at the soffit height.
Right.
And then centering, the horizontally centering the signage with the other adjacent signage,
Yeah.
and reducing from 33 to 28 proportion.
Or possibly less.
Yeah.
Yeah. No larger than 28.
But
Okay.
Okay.
We'll just
I'm
give
gonna
Cindy
do-
a minute here.
1 second.
It does look like the other awnings there are tucked in underneath that soffit there, so we would be going for that same look.
Well, you've
So
got
I'm looking at the
more.
laundromat and the
Yeah.
salon and kitchen capers, they're all kind of tucked in there. So this awning will do that same thing in
Yes.
We
there.
allowed them 16 inches.
Really?
Yeah. So just to put it in perspective, the previous tenant who's no longer there, we allowed them 16 inches on their signage.
For the total height of that, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's bringing this down from what we proposed to half that height.
Obviously, and I need a better filing system. If I had thought ahead, I would have asked Peggy if she,
Yeah. Well, that's okay.
yeah.
All right. Are you
I'm
okay?
happy with what we've decided.
You're
Just don't
okay.
make me make the FedEx not higher than 18 inches.
Okay, so you're saying the I is 15,
Mm-hmm.
the A is 16, and that was before we reduced it.
On the original height, yeah, they're
Yeah, on the original.
15, 16, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then if we,
So that's all going to come down a little bit. Yeah. I mean, the R is strong, you know.
Yep.
But if you look at the sign and take out the R, they're
It's-
not. yeah.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
Uppercase, yeah, I said, we approved FedEx, which has an F and an E that are uppercase. The uppercase letters were not to be higher than 18 inches.
Okay.
So let's reduce the smaller, the lowercase. We're going to give a dimension on that, or are we going to give a dimension on the R?
I think the R and everything
Okay.
will follow
I
suit.
So we
think
did
it's
the R
easier to-
28?
Max.
Okay.
Max, and possibly smaller.
Okay,
Hopefully smaller.
okay.
is that what that 33 is in reference to, is the R?
The 33, that's the overall total height, and that is the R from the tip of the R and the water ice to the bottom of the descender there in the R.
So
yeah.
water ice and ice custard happiness will all come down also in proportion.
Proportionately, everything, yeah.
Everything comes down.
Okay, I think that'll be,
They'll have to do it, yeah, they
Yeah.
want to keep everything proportional
Right,
anyway.
you'll just have to fit it in
Yeah.
the space that you have.
Yeah.
okay, that'll be good,
Okay.
and then you'll get the awning figured out, and we're okay with
And
them.
you'll bring the plans array for approval?
Yeah, we'll do a better little attachment detail showing the awning, how it's going in there and
Okay.
everything, yeah.
All right. Brian, you want to handle this one? Any other questions? I'm sorry. Any other questions for us, Greg?
Oh, no, I
You all
don't.
right?
You can have
Okay,
this
Brian?
Matter of DRB 2014-41, Rita's Water Ice at 387 West Lancaster Avenue. I move that we approve the submission with the following modifications. The overall proportion of the signage should be reduced so that the 33-inch dimension presented here is no greater than 28. The awning should be more of a fabric material, like similar to some sunbrella.
It'll be sunbrella.
Not internally illuminated. The side signage on the awning, no greater than 8 inches. And the awning itself, the bottom of the awning should be no lower than 7 feet. Top of the awning should align with the existing soffit of the building. And the overall signage above should be horizontally centered on at the same height as the existing adjacent signage.
Okay, just two little things like that. Address number, maybe need to be readdressed if the awning blocks out the address number, so.
Okay, yeah, we'll see if something's there. If not, we can maybe move it down
Yeah.
onto the door.
You can put it on the door,
Yeah, like the top part of the
like
door.
vinyl letters on the door.
No sandwich boards?
Oh, we're not,
Okay,
I'll tell them that, yeah.
Okay.
I'll pass that along.
all right. Not allowed to do
Great.
outside dining, so that's a no issue. Okay. And then if they're going to do some window signage, 15% max of
15.
available window space.
Okay.
All right. Okay, thanks, Brian. All right, do we hear a
Second.
second? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great. Thanks, Greg.
Okay, thanks a lot.
All right. So you'll be in touch with Ray?
Yeah.
Okay, great. You all right with everything, Ray? Okay. All right. Next on tonight's agenda is DRB 2014-42, the application of Arde Asteria. I butchered that. What, Austria, I'm sorry. I looked at that and I
You know,
said
I
it
just
wrong.
want you to know, he says he's Italian.
I looked at that and I butchered it. That's all right. All right, 133 North Wayne Avenue in Wayne.
These guys must be tired. They work all the time.
It is tiring,
Oh,
yeah.
They are at it.
Yeah. So you,
We just had a small change.
okay, no problem. So
Okay.
this is for facade renovation and outside dining.
Oh.
Okay, sure, bring it right up.
Thank you.
Thank
So just
you.
replace the whole package?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
How you doing, Scott?
Good, how are you guys?
Good, good.
I'm a little under the weather, so I have a lozenge.
Ah, okay. All right, no problem. We won't beat you up too much.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, you want to start with the facade renovation first?
Bob, excuse me.
Yes.
You guys got all new packs?
Yes, we do. Do you need one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sorry.
We rate, Ray. Yeah. All right.
This is also nicely put together.
So there's two mics there for you also.
Okay. I'm gonna let Tom
Scott, yeah, you better not breathe into that, right?
pass on. It's like, it's crazy. I just, 2 weeks have been like this.
Really?
I'm telling you, the guy is at work all the time.
Thank you.
Am I right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
happy that it's documented.
Yeah. I'm watching, you know?
Now Pino knows, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure he's home watching.
Right.
I'm Todd Womelsdorf with Patty P Designs. We were here a couple months ago for the front. For the rear, we're just proposing to close the two existing openings with matching brick.
Okay.
That's about it.
What's the purpose of that, just to?
Just for security.
Okay.
What's
Just-
magic brick?
I meant
Matching.
matching.
Oh, matching, I think
Yeah,
it said
sorry.
magic brick.
I do like magic brick also. Is that this? Already done? I mean, which is fine, but it's complete? No.
Well, that's just photoshopped.
Oh, okay, I'm thinking.
They're still open.
That's
right?
Photoshop?
Yeah.
Remember Dom? This
It
is
just
very
kind of,
good.
we felt like, it looked dumb in the back.
Yes.
To have windows, like, that's our bathroom.
Yeah,
There's
no.
drywall, so.
This, no, it looks good.
Okay. So that's the
Perfect,
only
yeah.
facade renovation?
Yeah.
Okay, we're all like, okay with that?
I'm okay
Yes.
with that.
Okay,
Yep.
there's no fire issues with that, Ray, or anything like that by blocking them, or?
I'll have to take a look when they bring a set of plans in and see what or
Okay.
how or what needs to be done.
Okay, we'll approve it under condition that it's approved by community development.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Outside dining then?
Yep. So at the front on North Wayne Avenue, we're proposing 4 30 by 30 tables, each with 4 seats, just along the front window.
Okay, originally, I think you had, what, 3,
3 24 by 24 tables.
but only 6 people total, right?
Yeah.
2 per table, okay, so you're increasing it.
Yeah, for our original application.
Okay, so you're going to have
16?
16, and how many interior seats do you have?
Well, they just set up tables.
68.
68 altogether.
68, so you're allowed 25% of that for outside dining, so Cindy's doing the math.
Oh, yeah, and I'm
You
really good at
bombed out
this.
on the other math earlier.
Well, that 32 thing really got
You-
me.
You can,
So, I don't think you can quite, no.
what are you coming up with?
I think you're 17.
I think you're
Yeah,
right
I think you
there.
got it. I think
Yeah,
you got it.
you're
Yep, yep,
between
yep, yep,
16
yeah,
and
16 and
17.
17, you got
Yeah,
it.
you got it.
You're in. I mean, you have to go by community development, but
Right.
for the math, it worked.
Okay.
I'm sure you already did the math, right?
Either that or you got lucky.
Yeah, sure I did. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right, so,
And it fits on the sidewalk, you have the clearance that's required.
yeah, you need 48 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, your original plan, I think you had the seats up against the meters, correct? But now you're going to put them up against the window?
No, originally it was against the window.
It was against the window, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
sorry, okay. All right. Okay, so what else you want to tell us about the outside dining?
We didn't know if we needed it, but a sample of what the tabletop would be.
Looks nice.
They'd
It's
just
nice.
be, you can see the marble or granite.
And these are the chairs, I assume?
Okay.
That'll look really nice.
Now, I know it could be required by Larry's office, I believe, umbrellas. Is that his call? Or is it umbrellas? It almost sounds like it, but, you have to provide shade.
Okay.
Well, they have a very
Awning
big
or
tree
whatever.
there
I
that
know
might be, I mean, it might be a problem to
Yeah.
act umbrella with that tree.
Yeah, but,
You do it across and down the street, Christopher's and Matador, don't.
well, Christopher has awnings.
He's an awning. Matador, they
I
don't.
think they have
I don't-
umbrellas, don't they?
I don't think they do they?
I don't think Teresa's does either.
No.
Yeah, maybe they may have an awning.
They have an awning.
Well, there's,
Does Paula's have an awning?
No.
No, Paula doesn't have an awning.
um,
There's, the tree coverage is pretty, be tough to get awnings in some of those areas, or umbrellas.
mhm. Yeah, exactly. Oh, boy, here we go.
The place on the corner of North Wayne and West Avenue, I'm pretty sure they don't have an awning. Now, on the north side, on the south side is the pub, they have awning, they have a big awning.
All right, let's see if we can find this. All right, under roof covering. All outdoor dining areas shall have an approved roof material available for patrons or at the direction of the township's health officer. Okay?
Okay, so that would be up to Larry. It's not necessary, but it sounds like he can require it or not.
Pretty much, I guess, wouldn't that way interpret that?
Do you know,
Okay.
Larry?
Yeah.
When umbrellas are used to satisfy this requirement, the following shall apply: no advertising on umbrellas, flame-resistant material, no lighting on umbrellas. If awnings are used, they shall be a minimum of 6 feet 8 inches in height, I guess, from grade. So,
7 feet, 6 feet.
so can we put that into condition that Larry will make the call whether they need umbrellas or not? I mean, you guys consider umbrellas or not?
Yeah, it would all just, if we can.
If you could squeeze it in?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, well, Larry will make the final call on that, how's that?
Okay.
All right. Okay. I think most people have put umbrellas, and I think we've pretty much made it mandatory for most businesses, whether they're under an awning or have umbrellas or,
I think next door, Elgin's, they don't have umbrellas because once again, that big tree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
right.
gives so
blocks
much
up the
shade.
right, so maybe the tree will be your coverage.
Maybe the tree,
Yeah,
lobby for the tree. Plant another tree.
or hope no birds are in there.
Yeah, and would those umbrellas be on the tables or in between them, and that pushes everything out?
I
Yeah,
know that
that's the
makes it,
thing. Yeah.
um,
Okay. All right, so we'll put that in the motion and have Larry look at that. So-
Yeah, and we contacted Larry to, for a preliminary health inspection too.
Okay,
So
right.
we talked
So
about it very shortly.
in the past, we've come to realize we can approve something, but it's contingent upon the township, either community development or health department approval.
Okay.
So we can say,
dining.
yes, it looks good to us, and I don't really feel like umbrellas are necessary, because you're protected from the sun most of the day there.
Right.
In the evening, you have the western sun setting.
Yeah,
but-
we pretty much approve materials and make sure you have sufficient space and things like that for the outside dining. But, the final call is going to come from Ray's office and Larry's office.
Okay.
So, all right, is there anything else you want to tell us about the outside dining?
No, yeah.
Okay. How's it coming along?
Coming along good. We're just getting some final details, and like Todd said, we just got in touch with Larry's office, and hopefully we'll be in touch with Mr. Daly over there.
Yeah.
shortly.
And hopefully,
We can get this restaurant open in the next couple weeks.
all right,
Let's knock on wood.
all right, great.
Okay. Anything else we should be aware of, or
Nope,
want to
that's
mention
it.
to us? Okay.
Very-
Any other questions for the applicant?
Nope.
Okay. Cindy, I think you're going to handle this one?
Sure, it's my turn.
It's your turn. I just did read it. That was a tough one.
Oh, that was a tough one. You know what? Thank
should
you.
get the next two.
Okay. In the matter of DRB 2014-42 Arde Osteria at 133 North Wayne Avenue, I move that we approve the facade change with the magic brick, and that we also approve the outdoor dining as presented, with the stipulation that it must also be approved by Community Development and the Health Department.
And how about just mentioning the umbrellas?
Right, and
Coverage.
they will determine whether or not umbrellas are required.
Okay. Do we hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Good night, guys.
Okay.
Thank you for waiting.
Do you need copies of the other three, or?
No, as long as the township has some.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, guys, thanks. All right. Looks like we're down to the last one.
There is somebody with,
Actually, it's a withdrawal on the
didn't
last
Wayne
one, so-
Beveridge withdrew?
Yeah.
Why, are you your Oh, no, Dave. I think he sent, I'm sorry, I didn't realize he sent a note to the township. Ray has a note.
Maybe he doesn't want to sign it off?
Well,
No, I don't know what-
no. Let's get on with it. Maybe you can talk to Ray on the side.
Talk to
here.
Ray, because
Okay.
Ray just told us that the last applicant would not be here, so talk to Ray.
Present in his favor, or?
No.
You have to ask Ray.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay. All right, so DRB 2014-43, the application of Avenue Eats at 128 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne, zoned in the Wayne Business Overlay District for a wall sign and a freestanding sign. So, I'm sorry, and you're with, okay, great, terrific. Nice to have you here.
Oh,
Hi, I'm Dave. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
We've never met. We've only done business over the phone.
All right,
oh,
so,
you're kidding, really?
all right, so Dave, we met you twice tonight.
Yeah, third
Sir,
time.
your name and?
I'm Joe Calamaga.
And you're with Avenue Eats?
Yes, I am.
New proprietor?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to give it a try.
Great.
Good.
Great. Good luck.
Thanks.
Okay. Before we give you the floor to do your mini commercial, why don't we do the signage part of it?
Okay,
So-
it's two existing signs. They're both light boxes. We're just going to do new acrylic panels over the existing sign. This was the Bagel Factory.
Bagel Factory's gone?
Yes.
Okay. I was a little confused, I have to say, about which spot you were taking. Okay.
They moved out about a month ago.
Well,
I think my original pictures,
Yeah.
we were confused as well. We had them going in the cleaners, but these are actually the Bagel.
Okay, so I thought the cleaners was going, gotcha.
The cleaners is still there.
All right.
So the one sign on the monument is 12
Well, let's
by-
start with the wall sign first.
This one, okay.
Okay, the building sign. So,
Sure.
want to walk us through that?
Yeah, it's just vinyl graphics over an acrylic panel. The measurements are in the packet, I believe. 18 by 10.
Okay, the box itself's in good condition?
Yes, it is.
So it's just a panel change?
Exactly, right on the front.
Right on the front, okay.
Yes.
All right. You know the drill, at nighttime, the background's got to look black?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Has to reverse out.
it's got to be opaque background.
You didn't know that?
They tell me 12 inches, which isn't true, but no.
Yeah, got
No.
to read the book.
That's in the code.
You know, yeah.
So you have to put that, whatever.
Okay, we'll just put it in reverse.
So I mean, during the day,
Don't
the
you use
panel
that
can be white.
opaque film or something so that
Yeah.
it, yeah.
Yeah. So at nighttime, the only thing that should light up is Avenue, Eats, your logo, and Wayne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be great.
And the rest of it will look black.
Where is the smaller sign?
It is on the monument.
Okay, so that's,
Okay.
we're not discussing that right
here.
now.
Okay.
Okay,
Do you, I mean, here we're always telling people make them smaller, smaller, smaller. Do you think you're going to get enough bang for the
I
buck with
think-
this sign?
I think you should relook at your sign, honestly. It's not very strong. I would want, for where your location is, I would really want to have it pop out so that people, I like your logo.
Yeah.
I just think, even when I saw that young woman who came in, I don't know if you're here, the salon.
Dahlia.
Dahlia, yes. She just changed her color a little, and it just popped so
Yeah, it
much.
did.
Yeah, it really made a big difference. I don't know if you
You
saw.
saying on the monument?
No,
talking
I
about
mean
the
on your wall
wall.
sign. It's just, you're a new establishment.
heavier font
People
or-
don't drive, they're not going to see it, I don't think.
Can you make that a heavier font?
We can do whatever you want.
Is this-
I
is
do.
this-
Yeah. Do you have
This
a?
is your logo. If you want us to change your logo, we can do that.
Is this your only location, or?
Yeah, it's first endeavor here with the restaurant.
Okay.
Okay, let's get this so people can see it then, I think,
Got a good
I
idea.
mean,
yeah,
I think the logo and the sign looks nice. I'm
I
just
do like
afraid that
it
you're
too.
not going to get much pop.
You're right. Yeah, you probably are right. Is that-
Yeah, you got a lot of
working?
dead
And
space.
look how
Yeah, I
big the
guess that's
Bagel
right.
Factory's sign was. And you still had to, figure, it's up in that place. Okay, let me go up there. So,
We've been getting a lot of walk-in traffic already. We haven't obviously opened it up
Mm-hmm.
or anything, but people just keep coming up saying, we've heard you're going to be opening and
Right.
whatever. and
Great.
Getting a lot of people
Yeah.
coming by, so.
Well, it's a good spot there. I mean, you
I
have
think it's
a
a
lot of
great spot.
office
It is.
right there, and, good visibility.
I mean, you can see even looking at the photograph, the difference between the cleaner's sign and yours is that theirs stands out. It's got a dark background and it reverses
bold,
to
thick
white.
font.
It's bold, it's a bold
Yeah.
font. This is a really, I like your logo. I think it's classy.
My son drew it up.
Your son drew it up? I think
Yeah,
it's really nice.
he's an
But
artist, kind of.
Pardon me?
He's kind of an artist.
Yeah. And, it's nice. It's just that when you go to do signage, there are other factors to consider, and I think you might want to think about them now. We can,
Well, we're not here to
I
make a
know.
sign, we're here to give advice.
no, but I just want
yeah.
you to be successful, and
I
the
appreciate
signage is
that.
Yeah.
is part of that.
I mean, Brian, what do you feel? I mean, what's your
Yeah,
take
it
on
really is a nice looking logo. Just making it fatter and thicker would make it more visible, but it wouldn't be as nice looking a logo. So I don't know what to do.
Well, I appreciate that, your advice and all, and I will talk to Dave and Laura, who I've been dealing with, to try to make that bolder. It does, because that doesn't stand out, you're right.
Yeah.
It doesn't stand out there, so we can do that, you said, right? Okay?
Now,
we'll do
now
it.
again, when
I
do you
like it.
plan on opening up?
We'll try in the middle of September.
Everybody's September, so, yeah. Again, it'd be nice to make new plans, come back to us next month, present new plans.
When is the next meeting?
Second Wednesday in September, which
Well,
I
the
guess is the 10th.
size is still going to be the same. I mean, we're just.
That's true, yeah.
Well, the other thing is the freestanding sign. We've been pretty consistent with freestanding signs about everybody having the same color. If your neighbor next door, it's the law firm, they're basically a blue background with white lettering. The new stores down where the old Acme used to be, they're pretty much all consistent, same color. The farmer's market with the new ground sign, they're all a maroon background. So I think, we should certainly keep that ground sign or freestanding sign, whichever, the same maroon color.
You're saying up here in the monument?
Well, I mean, that's my take. I mean, we've been, you guys tell me.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I'm okay with doing the monument sign, keep it consistent with the maroon background and the white lettering.
Right.
That's fine, but up on the sign on above the glass windows there,
Yeah.
can we keep that a white background?
No, it's got to be black.
That has to be,
Well, no, it can be a white background, but at nighttime, when illuminated, all that white, they put a film behind it, so all that white will look black. And at nighttime, the only thing that'll shine through is the name and the logo, Avenue Eats, Wayne, and the logo.
Yeah.
But no, you can keep it white,
Okay,
you know.
can we do that? Okay.
Well, and by the way, at night, your sign's going to really pop.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
But
Yeah, you guys got some good ideas.
During the day, not so much.
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave you with that picture of, what she changed to.
Right.
Really made her sign stand out, and particularly, she's on brick, so it made a big difference. You're already on a gray background, but you might consider something to make it just stand out.
You're saying to do like a black background with that? Is that what you're?
No.
Well, there's 4 signs, two cleaners, both navy blue, Domino's Pizza, which is predominantly navy blue.
Yeah.
So that's what you're working with your neighbors.
Oh, yeah, that's right. This awning is green.
They changed that.
Oh, it's gray.
a little-
It is
it's more
gray
of a-
now.
It's more of a copper color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's been changed, almost like an orangey, bronzy, right, when you
Right.
said it's kind of the
Yeah.
color?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah, it's really more of a copper color. That's probably an old photo. Trying to, I don't know, it's kind of like this color.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
something like
I
that.
know, I remember that now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't feel right throwing colors at you, because I know you've thought this through, and I know you've worked with, someone who has an artistic sense about them, but I just think you might want to think about it. The yellow's very, I wouldn't be able to see that, I don't think, from the street. Am I?
I think you're right.
Yeah, so
I think, I mean, it's almost a strain to look at it on the paper.
Yeah, it just,
and
you can
it.
see how it gets lost on the white background here. Now you're going to put it on a white sign and pay a lot of money to have something that you really want people to
Well,
see.
he's already drawn up mailers, I guess, to mail out, and it's all on a black background with our logo, the same colors. It's like a green and orange logo. I didn't bring one with me, I should have.
Green and
Apologize,
orange?
but
Is this, are the sandwich and the bread and the word Wayne in orange?
Yes.
Oh, that's
Actually, I have
bolder.
I have a picture of that.
Okay.
Yeah, get that.
Yeah. With a black background.
I don't know if I'd want to see a black background, but at night it has to go to black.
Well, it'd be black,
So,
yeah.
Well, is the sign height restricted to this 18 inches?
I'm sorry, Ray, I'm sorry, Ray?
We can't design while we're.
Can't design.
Right,
If
I
it
know.
If it meets the code, you gotta
Right.
approve it. You can't pick colors, you can't.
Right,
you
right.
Can't make, so.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's their logo, it's
Yes.
their way of doing it.
Right, okay.
It's pretty much the same, right?
Yeah, oh, it is the same, yeah.
Yeah.
So can we could just do the darker background here, right?
You know what, I'm just going to say you need to get some contrast. We can approve it just the way you brought it in.
Yeah.
But then you're kind of stuck with it.
Yeah, it meets
So
code,
If
so
it
there's
meets
no problem.
code, so
Yeah.
I would vote to approve it. But then
He and I will.
We're just trying to help you out and, just.
I appreciate
yeah.
that. You
But
guys
then
know
you have
more
to
about this
hang
than I
what
do.
what was approved. So
Yeah.
you can't go back and say, oh, let's do it over, unless you come back to see us again. So that's why, what do you think? We should,
Well,
I don't want to hold up your business.
Yeah, Ray, let me ask you this. Is it something, let's say, I'm putting you on the spot.
Uh-oh.
Can we approve the monument sign and maybe ask the applicant to come back for the wall sign next month? And maybe he can get his temporary banner for 30 days until he gets a permanent sign?
Not good.
Yes, you could do that, but in order to not approve his sign, it has to not meet code.
Okay.
Or he has to withdraw the application for the sign. You know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
because there's no contrast or you don't
Right.
like a color.
Right,
Is
right.
not to say
Yeah.
you can't
just
not approve
approve it
it.
as
So
submitted.
monuments there.
Right.
If the applicant says, I want to reconsider this.
Right.
I want to do something different, can I come back next month? You can continue it then.
We
Okay,
can
next
continue
month.
it, he won't have to pay additional or anything like that?
That's a Peggy question, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to set him up for that. But I have a thought. Why don't we do what we did for Dr. Foote and say, we approve this design as submitted, but we're open to you making the lettering, enlarging the lettering, spread it out a little.
That's
Take
fair.
up more of that sign frontage that you're allowed. That would be my suggestion, is that we approve that. And then if you say, you know what, it's still not bold enough, then you come back to us at the next meeting if you want to change your design.
That sounds fair, yeah.
Okay. And if you do that, you're going to have to get your new plans in by August 20th. So you're going to have to work quick.
1 week.
All right, so they have to be in the office by the close of business August 20th. The next meeting is September 10th.
Okay. So if we go by this, then we just have to get the paperwork.
To the office,
To Ray?
Ray's office.
Okay.
Yeah, by August 20th.
I'm sorry, I don't know who Ray is.
Oh, that's Ray.
Ray Daly. Yeah. He's a
You'll-
president of
You'll
Radnor
get to know
Township,
Ray.
right?
No,
Ray.
No, okay.
You and I are going to talk about just changing up the design slightly, so it's.
Maybe just a darker
No,
PMS
they don't have
on
to
the yellow,
resubmit.
like
You don't
something
have
with
to
a little
resubmit.
more.
Then we're not going to resubmit it all.
Okay.
No, just go a
Great.
little darker on the
All
yellow.
right. Yeah, we'll just darken that up and,
Yeah,
like you said.
and make it larger, and I think it'll be great. And especially at night, when it's reversed to the black background and your letters pop out white or yellow and green.
Right.
It'll look great.
You got the idea.
You're all right with that, Ray?
Is that okay, Ray?
They'll
We did that for
submit the
Dr.
changes
Foote.
to the office? Okay. Drop them off?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Okay. And you're okay with the monument sign being maroon? It's just
Yeah.
keeping consistency around town? That's what
That's
everybody
fine.
else
That
has
does
done.
seem
Okay, good.
like the right idea anyway.
Okay.
Keep it all
right.
consistent there on Wayne.
So if you're going to have a drastic change,
Drastic change, you have to resubmit.
right,
You stick
You
with
may-
this, stick with the design as submitted, but enlarge the letters,
right,
and then you're good to go.
yeah.
I mean,
If you come back, you may have to repay, you may not. It's up to
yeah, we
Peggy
don't know
Hagan.
about the repay.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Peggy holds the reins on that.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get that done.
She'll make it. It's me.
Let's hope not.
I
All
have
right.
a question.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead now. Go right
I heard
ahead.
you talking about window signs.
Yes.
And I'm going to have to put window signs in there because it's a lot of window space and for a little advertising. You said 15% window space.
In downtown, you're allowed 20%?
Of your total window space.
Okay, now if that's a see-through letter, does that count as part of that space? Say, say letter R, talking about Rita's, the letter R, if that's a see-through R, but it's like outlined, does that mean that whole R is part of that 15?
Yeah, I would say,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think so.
yeah,
Even though it's see-through?
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
covering the window.
Yeah.
But we do, Jim was always big on calculating
Yeah, I
the
know.
empty space, like there's the opening in the R, there's the opening below
Right.
the R, so we, that
Yeah.
doesn't,
I think a lot of times we just have boxed them.
yeah,
you
we
know.
just kind of figured it out from a
Yeah.
box, yes.
Okay, then I'll work with him also on some signs and for the windows too.
And Ray,
Just like for when we're open and things like that.
Oh, no, you should put that on your door. We always suggest you have your address on the door and your business hours, on the door, like vinyl letters on the door.
And I'm going to do lots of flashing neon signs too, is that okay?
Yeah, yes, do a lot of those, would you? And get a couple of sandwich boards out. This poor man's been here all night.
you've heard our drill, right? No
Yeah,
sandwich
flash-
boards.
you can have
No
neon.
flashing
I can have a
lights.
sandwich board inside the building though, can I?
Sure.
Oh, okay, but not outside?
Not outside.
Okay.
But you can
Hopefully
have
inside.
neon, which is another nice way to draw attention
No.
to your building.
No, I don't like neon.
Just no flashing neon. You should also be, we didn't make the motion yet, but shouldn't he tell us what he's serving and what this
Sure.
business is going to be?
Let's just mention also the address number, if it's not up in a prominent spot.
Put on your
Your
It
door.
is on the monument.
Okay, it's probably on there somewhere, but just
Yeah.
in
It
case.
doesn't have to be on the building though, does it? The building sign? Just
No, it can be on
It's
your
on the
front
monument.
door, or your glass,
Okay.
or whatever, yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
And that's not counted into your 20%, so.
Okay, good.
Okay, what is it?
It's going to be breakfast and lunch. It's simple restaurant, home-cooked type food, very high-end breakfast. So it's not going to be like Aunt Jemima pancakes. It's a better quality type food. We're doing all fresh, local food. Quick sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches, very, very good burgers we're making at lunchtime. It's going to be different. I mean, it's not high-end like some of these other guys have come in here and submitting, but I mean, they sound awesome too. But this is going to be, like I said, mom and pop. Me and my wife had this plan. We were thinking about doing this, but she just recently passed away, so it left it on me.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
But yeah, so
Wow.
it's something that I'm doing kind of in her honor, trying to get
Good.
this business.
Sounds like a
going.
great project, and everyone's going to love it. Now, will there be bagels?
I'm
I'm okay if there are no bagels, I just wanted to know.
We're going to have bagels because so many people, they
Yeah.
keep coming in there looking for bagels still. So yeah, we're going to get, well, actually we have, we bought the Bagel Factory had this huge oven inside. If anybody's been in there, we bought
Yeah.
the oven from them. And so yeah, we're going to make bagels in there. We're going to make pies, fresh baked pies and all in there.
Wow.
too. Gotta
Oh,
get a
that'll be
baker.
great.
Get a baker in there, and we have a big display thing for, putting the pies on. And there's some really awesome pies if anybody comes by,
So you're
Yeah.
7
Well-
days a week then?
6 days a week.
At 6, you close on
Close on Monday.
Monday?
That's a good day.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, I gotta get rest sometime.
Yeah, because that place is pretty busy on Sundays, the old bagel factory and all.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I never
yeah.
really got in
Sundays,
there.
and you know what? They used to open up Christmas Day.
He was
And
really
yeah,
busy.
yeah.
His offices, his business is
Right.
across the street. He knows
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah. No, Christmas Day was a big, I guess people would.
People get your ba- you get your
and
bagels.
Family be over and, yeah.
Really?
And they were one of the few
Yeah.
games in town that was open, so. I'm not telling you open
Yeah.
Christmas Day, I'm just kind of mentioning it to you, you know.
Yeah, but people would
Hopefully
come
you
in and
don't.
get, stuff to go. You quickly get your dozen bagels and cream cheese and
Yeah.
go home.
That's what we're
So
going to do. It's a quick serve.
that's going to be, it's
Get
going to
in
be
and out.
great. I think your sign is going to draw attention to you, and I like to tell your son he did a nice job on the logo.
I definitely will on the way out. Be calling him.
Did we,
Good.
did we vote yet?
No, we did not. I'm not sure
Click it.
whose turn it is.
I'm pretty sure it's Brian's.
Brian, you're on.
Matter of DRB 2014-43 Avenue Eats, 128 West Lancaster. I move that we approve the submission and that we recommend you enlarge the logo you presented within the allowable area of your signage.
And how about, you want to just mention the monument also about the color?
Color, what am I saying?
Maroon.
Maroon background on the monument
Matching the other panels.
to match the other panels.
Right. Definitely right. Yep.
All right, do you have any other questions for us? You're okay?
Nope.
Is Dave again? Dave?
Dave, yeah.
You're okay with us?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, do we hear a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Okay. Thanks,
All right.
guys.
Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Have a great night.
All right.
Talk to him about what happened to Wayne Beveridge?
Oh, you can talk to him.
Well,
Right? Not
okay.
us, right?
The last item on the agenda is DRB 2014-44, the application of Wayne Beverage Exchange at 346 West Lancaster Avenue in Wayne for a freestanding sign. And is that a denial or a continuation, or?
He asked to be withdrawn. I gave you.
It was, yeah, okay.
Okay.
We'll call it with.
Why don't you just read that email that says that it's.
Here we go.
Withdrawn.
Okay, if you remember, Dante, I believe, Damien. Damien was in last month. We approved, or 2 months ago, we approved a wall sign.
Yes.
We asked him to come back for his freestanding sign, which is out of compliance. Knowing that there is going to be a new business going in next door.
Yeah.
He has withdrawn his application because it sounds like he wants to tie in his freestanding sign.
right, we talked about
with the
that.
new business next door. So at this point, it is a withdrawal. So,
Okay.
All right, and
Nothing. We have to wait till.
I will not be attending tonight's meeting because we're possibly entertaining an idea to place 3 signs together on one pole. I'm in preliminary discussion, blah, blah, blah. If this option falls through, I'll get on a future meeting for my sign alone. So he's going to tie
Okay.
in with other guys
Got it.
or.
So now you know.
It's a withdrawal. Okay. All
Dave,
right.
thank you for being here for the other applicants.
Okay. All right, is there any other old business,
No?
public participation? No.
No?
Since there's nobody left. Adjournment?
I move that we adjourn.
I second that. Thank you.
This was a busy night.